Yo, what's good? What it is? What it do? It's a 3-man week once again in this bitch, man. You already know what it is. It's your boy Salute. To the right, my man Cruz.
Yo, what's happening?
And to the left, my man Docs.
Hey, what's good, everybody?
So another beautiful week in sports, man. Or it's kind of ugly at the same time. We're gonna get straight to the shits, man. I'm talking about motherfucking Serena Williams at the damn U.S. Open. Let's talk about what the fuck happened, man. Is she in the right or is she in the wrong for even going off in the first place? Let's talk about it.
Bro, she all in the wrong to me.
She all in the wrong.
Bro, we all know who Serena is. You know, we would say she's a role model. She didn't exactly act like a role model at the time. She's obviously an inspirational figure. She's one of the greats, one of the goats, you know what I mean? But
talk well to say what you have to say at the end. Go ahead.
No, I mean,
I like it.
I'm not a Serena hater.
Yes, exactly. Start with love.
Start with love.
Yeah.
As Joe would say.
Exactly.
But man, that was ugly all around, fam. Like besides just the behavior itself, but the worst part of it all was just she ruined it for, you know, Naomi. What was her last name? Osaka. I believe, yeah, Naomi Osaka.
Yep.
Like, I mean, the poor girl's up there, like, crying up there, like, can't even, like, when have you seen somebody, like, I've never seen somebody that unhappy to be given $3.8 million, among other things. And it's like, what's fucked up is like, you don't even get to enjoy that moment.
Hey man,
like,
she was good chilling with LeBron and Channing Tatum today.
I mean, that's today though. It's like, then even when she's not even gonna be able to like go back and like look at that and like have
that
the
moment's
memory with
ruined
her
forever.
family. It's ruined.
Serena showed her up basically.
Serena completely ruined it. And Serena did it on some bullshit. Like, it was really some bull. The way she was acting towards the fucking umpire was ridiculous. Yeah. It's like, even if you think you fucked up the call, you can't be out there on a fucked up call talking about, you know, oh, you're attacking my character and this and that.
And
like
the crazy
that,
thing is that,
I mean?
did you hear that
like,
her coach came out and said,
yeah, she was like, yeah,
he's like, I was throwing hand signals.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
He came out and
yeah. Yeah. And so she's out here tripping, and all along, he was right. The judge was. So, I don't know. To me, like...
He did say that, you know, he disagreed with he said it was one of those things that, like, people never call. He was saying that every coach signs in every match or whatever. He said if you look at he says that I I coach in every match. And if you look at the records, I've never been called for this before, ever. So I don't know why it's this apparently kind of like unenforced rule, but it really doesn't matter. Like, you can't be...
World Tennis Federation stood behind him.
And the thing is, like,
yeah.
That's the way...
Yeah, you know the tennis is going to stand behind them. They usually like to stay with they.
The WTA didn't, which, if I'm not mistaken, is the one that's responsible for the U.S. Open.
Yeah, they are.
But like the WTF, which is more like I think encompasses everything.
That World
stood
Tennis?
up for that. Yeah.
Yeah, so that speaks for itself, right?
I don't know.
So I feel like, yeah.
It's like Serena just don't take getting washed very well. Like, she got washed in the first set, and then that's when she got upset. She started smashing her racket. You know what I mean? She was like crying and shit, bro. It's like, what are you doing? What are you doing, Serena? It's not a good look.
In comparison to the men, because that was her beef.
Oh,
we feel like she's getting. You feel like she's getting.
Grasping at straws. I'm not saying I'm not saying there isn't a point there. That's not. But the thing is, it really don't matter. It's like you.
Now,
what
it could. It could.
Because it don't excuse your behavior.
In that moment. But when we look at that, has that always been a thing where we look at that discrimination of such rules such as that? And that's really what she was getting at that. You feel me? And that's what I want to ask then.
What about?
Was she right in some form, or is she wrong in all aspects? Is she right in the sense of how she was actually saying that they are judged a bit differently? They are having a bit of a different comparisons because she didn't.
So it's for me. It's one of those things where it's a slippery slope to say that she had some kind of rightness. If you're wrong or you're breaking the rules or you're not abiding by the guidelines for set for that, you're wrong regardless of the circumstance.
Well, just because a rule is made doesn't mean that it can also still be broken and or upgraded or adjusted to be more compensated.
And it's like, regardless of what the rule book is or anything like that, it's like there's just no real reason to wild out like that. Like, think of the sports we watch. Here's the thing. Think of the sports we watch. How many bad calls have we seen?
A lot.
How many bad calls you see in a single season, in a single game? You know what I mean?
Yeah, but a lot of the sports we watch are team sports too. So I think as an individual sport, that shit's way more on you. There's way more stress, way more pressure, way more work
Facts.
you solo put into that. It's all on you and your coach. That's it.
And
But the point is, if somebody makes a bad call, you can't just go and start attacking the person and start saying they're stealing games and points from you and shit like that. Like, they're a bad ref. You can think they're a bad ref. At the end of the day, you're Serena motherfucking Williams. Like, you're gonna go down as like the greatest. You know
the
what I
hand
mean?
signal does
Like,
the nail in the coffin, really, because that was the whole beef that he just did a thumbs up. He was just saying he just did the thumbs up, and for him to say he was throwing real hand signals, that really does it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know why they called it for it, but I mean, she got the warning for the hand signals, then she smashed the racket, so that was her like second warning, so she got given the 15, she had to give up the 1 point, you know, the 15, but that's just 1 point, and then after that, she started, you know, berating the referee about he's a liar and he's a thief and shit like that. And then at this point, he's like, you know, then he goes verbal abuse.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, if you're calling me a liar and a thief, like, this isn't really about tennis anymore. Like,
Said she questioned his integrity
she said,
because
that was crazy. She's
he
like,
questioned
"You're
he
attacking my
questioned her. Yeah,
character."
he
It's like, yo,
called her a cheater.
it's like, look, just because you, like, I don't know. Like, you break
The hand signals being he said, man, where did he
sports,
say
like,
it?
they're in
I would love to hear this. Oh, and then yeah,
Saw it on ESPN.
did you hear what Osaka said? Serena said she wasn't booing. They're not booing at you. It's still your moment. You know what I'm saying?
Like, that's some bullshit.
What she
Like,
came out
If
and
it was still
said.
her moment, they'd be
Fuck
cheering
outta
for
here.
her.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's like, no, you kind of fucking up my moment. And then
She's
trying to-
proud of her.
That's stupid. It's like
Yeah.
you're gonna fuck up the whole moment and then put your arm around me and be like, oh, don't worry, it's okay. It's like, no, you fucked this up.
I gotta find this,
fix that.
man. Oh my
That
goodness.
sounds like what I figured she was saying, though. I saw that she was saying some shit to her, and she was probably saying some, like, you know, oh, like, it's okay, don't worry type shit. It's like, no, you can't say don't worry, it's okay when you fucked it all up. You know what I mean? I don't know, that shit was crazy. I don't know. If you got, like, I understand, like, you know, being competitive and everything, like, in the moment, and obviously that was even crazy, but it's like, I think if you had, you know, like, some grace and, you know, humility, wouldn't you have to be so embarrassed at that? Like, the next day, the day after, when you actually think about what happened, when you're not in the heat of the moment anymore.
That's exactly when you're in the heat of the moment. I don't think you're really thinking about the results the next day. Like,
But
you're
even
just
then,
thinking about what just happened.
but has Serena issued any type of, like, apology or anything like that?
I don't think she feels she was in the wrong for that.
That's
so
what I'm saying.
I'm sure
It's
she
like, how
hasn't,
could you
but
not feel like
just
you're
real
in the
quick,
wrong
like, to
about
get
it?
back to the point about, you know,
About the
men
women's
doing way worse, like, there's been plenty of tennis players that came out today, I saw on ESPN that they wrote, that have admitted, yeah, they've said way worse to them and not got anything happen to them.
It wasn't
that
so much
was-
about saying worse. They were saying, because just to say real quick, because when you watch the commentary at the time, there's a male and female commentator, and I think the female's the like color commentator, and the man's like the play-by-play. And he asked, like, do you agree that, you know, men have said way worse and haven't, you know, sacrificed games and stuff? She says, well, yes, definitely, but most of the time this isn't after 2 warnings. She was doing this after smashing the racket and having the point and having the coaching violation. Whereas, like, yeah, because you think of McEnroe back in the day, I don't know specifically, he probably did have times where he had to, you know, give up points or even games and shit like that. But at the same time, it's like, you know what I mean? He if he said some wild shit, he would get a warning. You might even get 2 warnings. Serena had already had her 2 warnings for other shit and then kept, you know, going in other areas. So it's like, I don't know, it's like, even if you have a point there, it's like, it's very kind of like, it's very deflective. It's like, look, you were in the wrong. Stop trying to look for the tiny little, like, silver lining of what you did and, like, you know, make it like a political point type thing when it's like, you behaved badly. You know what I mean? Like, you should be able to acknowledge you behaved badly. Like, even if you think the officiating was terrible, like, you don't do that. And it's like, at the end of the day, it's like, you're playing against another tennis player, another woman for that matter.
Right.
You know what I mean? And she's winning. She's beating you. It isn't like the girl wouldn't have won if it wasn't for that shit. It wasn't like
So you think
was
she's
rigged against bro? She won the first set. What was it? 6-2? And then that was when Serena started getting upset. Serena don't know how to take a loss. She don't know how to take a L, fam. When she don't know what's going on, when she's losing and she can't figure out why she's losing and she can't make the adjustments, she just freaks out like that. She turns into like a 7-year-old.
No, that's being definitive. Now you just saying that's gonna be her character, or you said that was her character? That is or was? Curious.
I believe
You think she's just gonna be out here?
She's had before, but nothing crazy like this. You know
think this is the end? You think she's washed up for Serena?
I was gonna say this was the final. She made it to the final.
I'm talking about her in her future. She's going to compete in future events.
Yeah, I'm sure she'd do great.
Think she's gonna be washed?
She just got washed in that first set. She just didn't. She just wasn't on her shit that day.
Yeah.
Okay.
She wasn't on her shit that day.
Okay.
She didn't know what to do.
That's why I was distinguishing.
Yeah, to me, I would just say she's probably gonna be more inconsistent as her career goes on, just as life takes over. You know, she just had a baby and all that stuff.
She just had a baby. She made it to the final. So
Yeah,
Exactly.
man. How old is she?
What, 30? She's got to be, what, 33?
Some an incredible age to be
At
playing how
least.
she's playing.
Yeah, I want to say she might be older than that, which is already kind of, you know, a little bit older to be having a child.
She's been playing
so
as long as...
the fact that she's been back so soon.
36.
36, yeah. So
Crazy.
35, having a kid, back at 36, playing tennis, competitively going to the finals of the most elite, you know, tournaments.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm not saying...
She's not going to be washed at all.
Yeah, Serena's not washed at all. Just in that particular
Fetus.
game, she wasn't on her shit.
Sorry.
Just on that particular game, she wasn't the best player. She was getting washed at the highest not getting washed at the highest level, but at the highest level of competition, she was getting washed. And you know, there's it's not what you want, but it's not
It's no shame
the
in that.
best place you could get washed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
why I like gold.
but you know, she couldn't take it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you know, it can go. It's been going both ways, man. The feedback's been crazy.
It was sad to watch, though. It was hard to watch.
I'm glad you brought up the feedback because there's a whole separate topic on this. Do you know what else is surrounding the story?
I know the picture.
Yes, the cartoon.
The cartoon was the
Oh,
first thing I
so
seen.
bad.
Yeah, that's the first thing I seen.
And I hate that shit comes out because then it's like this just distracts from, you know what I mean? Now it just adds to the deflection. Plays right into the deflection.
And he was like, this is the picture. This is the one. I was like, bro, you're a dick. You are an asshole.
It's like, why is
piece of shit, man.
Why is Naomi Osaka white, bro? It's like it don't even
They
make
did
sense.
that shit in the news thing too. They were like, how does it feel to be repping for Japan? She said, I'm also Asian.
What do you mean?
They said she's playing for. They asked how she was doing for her country of Japan. They asked if how she feels representing for Japan.
She's from Japan. Isn't
She's not from Japan. She's from Florida.
Oh, she is?
Yes.
Yeah, she seemed. I thought she just had like crazy English or something like that.
Florida.
Oh, that is kind of weird.
The narrative over here is getting crazy. But anyway, I digress.
God damn.
the
like,
the narrative is crazy.
yeah, just please deflect that spotlight somewhere else.
Like,
That's crazy.
like the whole narrative they pushing for this shit is crazy on it. But you know, the feedback on it is crazy. The picture.
Are you sure she wasn't like on some like I don't know, not like Kyrie, I guess, but like you know, was she maybe like born in Japan and came in when she was like 2 or something
know.
like that?
I don't really. I
They
ain't
were
looked that
saying
much
like
at
they're
her.
like you're the first Japanese tennis player. That seems like some wild shit to say if they're literally just like Asian
Not
American.
the first Japanese.
They said they were the first Japanese person
To win the U.S. Open?
That's what they said.
Oh,
So I have to
maybe the
imagine-
U.S. Open.
She was. I have to imagine she was like born there and came over early or something like that. If not, they crazy out of pocket for that. We need to check on that because I can't defend that if that is what happened.
I'm about to check. I got y'all real quick. I got y'all in the office. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, let's check it out with a wiki.
Birthplace.
All right, birthplace. We got Japan,
Okay,
but
yeah,
she
okay.
resides in Florida.
Yeah, okay, you can't.
So
she
let's
probably
see.
moved over real young. 'Cause,
Yeah.
she's. Like,
So-
she didn't talk all that much, unfortunately. It was real sad, but she sounded American to me. I would have thought she was from somewhere else.
That's why she kind of said she was from Florida and shit. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? But in the Haitian descent as well. But you know,
I saw people waving the Haitian flag. I didn't know if
Yeah,
Serena
that's
was
her.
like of Haitian descent or
Yeah.
something like that.
your boy Mock might actually drop a track. Mock drop a track for the U.S. Open champ.
Oh my god, I'm waiting for the Naomi Osaka reference.
You know what I'm saying?
Lit. He was still on IG, probably would have shouted her out. He was shouting out like fucking. Yo, he was riding with France in the World Cup and shit.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
word. Okay. I vibe with his culture, man. Yo, but going right back to the picture for a minute,
Yeah.
man. The feedback on this shit is ridiculous. What do y'all take on it? Just I know you said deflecting. But do you feel like this is gonna overshadow it all? Like, do you feel like now this becomes like just too much of an issue going forward?
Because you know it was reprinted today, right? Like they reprinted it in another issue.
See,
I'll show you here. I'll find
they're
it.
pushing.
What is this newspaper? Is this?
It's
like
an Australian. It's a very popular Australian.
It's like the Sun Times or some shit.
The
Right?
Herald
Is it
Sun.
like the Australian Breitbart or something like that?
You know what I'm saying?
Like, is it like fucking like, some,
Like,
you know, is
the
it some bullshit magazine?
The feedback on this shit is crazy, man. It's just like, why are you? Are we waiting for this opportunity to shoot her down? Like, what are we doing here? Like, what
you
is
saying?
like? Why are we like? They attacked her as soon as like the one thing. Like, you know, they've definitely put in other colored.
So in the reprint though, just to
this
be
definitely
clear,
seems like some Breitbart
it goes
shit
after
thing.
it goes after a bunch of other things that are supposed to be not talked about, or things that you shouldn't draw.
This is bullshit. I would edit this in and show it to the viewers. I don't even want y'all to see this bullshit.
Yeah, but
No, this is fuck that magazine.
yeah, Herald Sun is out here getting love out here though around the masses because of
Probably
course,
probably
social
owned
media.
by Rupert Murdoch somewhere. His Australian ass.
This is I didn't even know Australia was rocking like that still, man.
Rupert Murdoch's Australian, dude. He don't still on Fox News, I don't think, but he fucking did.
Used to.
Yeah, you know.
I know if they were still rolling on that, you know what I mean?
He's
But,
still
yeah.
alive. I think.
So you
Yeah,
don't
I'm
think it's
sure
that
it
bad?
is.
You think it's that bad?
I just think
Cartoon's pretty bad.
I think
What's
think
bad
that
about
should
it,
just
The fact
you know what is bad about it.
I'm just curious. I mean, maybe the listeners don't.
They made
I
her.
don't know.
They made her look like a barbaric, almost almost like a minstrel show pic. Like the way her lips were made, the caricature of her, she looked really gorilla-ish, really big, really overly
I mean, just
primitive.
in general, in real life, she is like pretty
Serena-
strong and built.
That was
big,
very
that's the
over
same.
exaggerated.
But let's
But
be
then you
honest
look-
though,
but then you look at
newspaper
the con-
cartoons are always like an exaggerated
But then you look at
caricature.
but then if you look at the other people, they're not caricatures in the clip, or in the strip. You know, what I
They're
mean?
not looking
And they
like
don't-
monkeys.
Well, yeah, but they're not the focus of
They don't
the
look.
point of it.
They don't look like monkeys jumping on top of a racket either, and that's a
And-
very clear
See,
look of a
and they only-
monkey.
To me,
And
it looks like
also-
someone throwing a hissy fit like a baby, not a monkey. So I think that's up to
I'd be-
interpretation.
I think that was very clear. That was a monkey.
It would be a little.
There's a pacifier on the ground.
It's also that, but let's look at the minstrel
bit-
look of the
It
barbaricness.
would be a little bit more open to interpretation, somewhat, if it wasn't for the fact that when I first saw the strip, I was like, okay, this isn't a good look, but like, I kind of heard about what happened, and a little bit, and I kind of walked by some clips of it. So I was like, okay, this is some bad imagery, but Serena was being a baby type shit, and then
Yeah.
I kind of found out very soon after the fact that she wasn't even playing a white blonde lady.
Yeah.
Like, they made it look like she got beat by Anna Kournikova
Yeah,
or some
if
shit.
you want to look in the back when she talked to the umpire, yeah.
It's like, no, why is she this little fucking white lady and shit like that? Like, that don't even make sense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Osaka
that
is
wasn't-
definitely not
that wasn't
blonde.
good. Yeah, I mean, she had the blonde tips, but I mean, her fucking whole,
Her whole dome, yeah.
yeah, her whole dome was brown. Like, nah, like, that was not what she looked like at all.
It look like Sharapova, man. But yeah, man. Speaking of disgruntled athletes, my nigga Le'Veon, they took him off. He's off of the depth.
Depth chart.
He's off of the depth, man. It's only James. Man,
Yeah, who's the backup? I don't even know who the backup is. Do they have one?
yeah, we got two, and I'm missing
Because
my man's name right now.
I want to give James Conner even more credit than I think he's already gotten, because I don't think it's talked about. Like, I think I barely saw him off the field.
He didn't come off.
Like, I don't even know if I remember seeing any.
There were no other
Steeler
carry
get a
share.
carry.
There was no carry share.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, there was
Talk
no
about
carry
putting a team
share.
on your back.
Man, he played a hell of a fucking game, man.
Hell yeah.
I hope he can keep it up. He showed great hands. They were able to spread him out a little bit. I like what they did with him.
Strong defense.
Motherfucking a tie is a tie. Fuck. Is that the first ever opening tie?
Since 1971.
Jesus Christ. Only fucking.
But yeah, no, I mean, regardless of what our offense did, I gotta admit, defense looked good. Offense looked a little sketchy, but defense looked good.
The line looked good.
Yeah.
Your corners
Yeah,
looked.
Mitchell's
Yeah.
trash. He's gonna get burned by any good second receiver.
Even
Or
across
if
the
the first one
middle,
lines up.
y'all across the
Yeah.
middle were getting fucked up. That's what I was looking at too.
I think, I don't know. I'm like in and out about Jabril Peppers. Like sometimes I'm like, yeah, he's good, and sometimes I'm like,
he's inconsistent,
his
man.
coverage is. Ugh.
He's inconsistent,
Yeah.
for sure.
And, I don't trust those Michigan players. So.
It's a little bit of a bias, but
But yeah,
hey.
anyways, back to Le'Veon.
I mean, and shit. Yeah, there we go. We got Stephen Ridley from Georgia. You know what I'm saying? From back, he used to play for University of Georgia. Stephen Ridley.
That was the dude that was on the Patriots, right?
I think so. Yeah, he was on the Patriots.
Yeah.
Your boy on the Patriots, and then Jalen Samuels. Not sure who the fuck he is.
Okay, yeah. Ridley. I mean, that's a, decent, experienced
I ain't mad at Ridley.
backup.
I ain't mad at Ridley.
But,
he's a good backup.
James Conner's a backup to Le'Veon Bell. Sounds a whole hell of a lot better.
Yeah, well, he's supposed to be the prodigy next up, but now he's got to take his time a little bit sooner than later.
I mean, I feel like he was ready last year. I feel like he could have been doing this.
He only had like 4 carries a game.
I know. I'm saying if Le'Veon wasn't there and he was just drafted his rookie year and ready to like go out, like I think he could have done this. Like from what I watched in college, like he was ready. It didn't matter what level he was playing at. He's gonna be running on people.
Well, this is the line to do it with, because damn it, they gonna open it up for him.
Well, and they got his back 100 because not only is he there, it just seems like they get along with him a lot better than Le'Veon.
Yeah, he seems like more.
I think what it is. Sorry,
go ahead, bro.
It's just I think it's the humbleness versus Le'Veon feeling like he conveys, even if it's not intentional or it's not what he truly feels, but conveys a sense of he's the one making all this stuff happen. He's the one with the little stutter steps and the hesitations, and that's the only reason he's been so successful. And it's like maybe they feel spited, so
they do feel spited
with James.
But I'm gonna tell you though, he's earned that right to know that he is a top 3 running back right now for the past like 2 years, top 2. Fucking he definitely has to accredit that line. Our line is like it's one of the top. Like as far as healthy, top. We can never keep it all together. Yeah. But motherfucking when we do, it's great. And that is not to be discredited, because that's the whole reason I'm gonna say James Conner had a hell of a lot of an easier, start than most with that. But Le'Veon, I think on any team he can be 1,000 yard, 500 receiving yard guy. Any team.
I heard a rumor that if somehow you guys can't work things out and it comes down to him getting like released or traded or whatever, the 49ers are like the first ones that want to get him, and I'm like,
I know.
Ooh, imagine him on the Niners.
Dirty.
Ooh.
Be dirty, man.
Yeah, that'd be gross.
Speaking of which, Garoppolo.
Boy.
Yeah, all that talk. I can finally say.
It's week 1 now.
The numbers are gonna speak. I was looking at that motherfucker like, yup. Living up to all my expectations.
Yeah, we'll see. It's a tough week 1. A lot happens though. You lose your number 1 running back right before the season starts. That's a blow.
It is.
Changes the strategy a little bit, I think. And to add to that,
Jimmy G better than Brady.
The lack of weapons, that doesn't help at all. I didn't see much of it, but I'm assuming it didn't sound like he got much time to throw either. It sounded like a kind of similar situation to the Browns, where the line is not helping him at all.
He did, but he missed some throws too. Mm-hmm. I've seen some misses. I don't know if he knew somebody was on his back or he was washing his shoulder a little too much at that point. But
protecting the investment. It's expensive.
I don't know too much about the Niners line. I don't know how ass they is, but gotta make plays out there, Jimmy. Gotta make some of them plays, baby. Gotta make some of them.
Who'd they play? I'm trying to remember now. I don't know why I'm blanking.
Minnesota.
Yeah, very, very.
That secondary is strong.
Good, yeah, very good defense.
I think I left it over with you, brother. Yeah, somewhere over there. But Minnesota was of course they're always a strong competitor, and then on the other side too, that was another new quarterback, and he was killing it.
Mr. Cousins?
Captain Kirk.
Yeah.
Motherfucker was he proving me wrong. I thought he was a system guy. I thought he was just Redskins and he gonna bust. He proved me. I was happy to say I was proud to say on both ends.
Pleasantly surprised?
I was pleasantly surprised on one end and pleasantly expecting to know what the fuck was happening on the other end. You know what I'm saying?
Are you surprised and just
it's great, right?
Time.
There's so much emotion right there. It's great. Emotion. Like Kurt is over there proving me wrong. He's playing like a playing like a boss, and then Jimmy.
You like that? You like that? Remember that last year? You remember that?
No.
You don't remember that? So it was a meme and everything. Like he's walking after. I'm trying to remember what happened. I think he had like 3 or 4 touchdowns, 321 yards, like the game of his career. And he's like walking through the tunnels into the locker room, and the camera's there, and he's like, "You like that? You like that?"
Hey, there you go.
He was just fired up.
Kurt's feeling himself a little bit. Captain Kirk out this bitch navigating. Take it to the next dimension, goddamn. But I was saying Jimmy was proving me right. I don't think he really is. I think he's a system guy. And then goddamn. Yeah, that's that. Yeah, my man's about that life. He's proven me wrong, and I like it though. He's balling like a fool out here. And I mean, Minnesota looks pretty strong in itself, so they're gonna be something to watch.
I mean, let's be honest. It's not like they were far off from making a Super Bowl.
Yeah,
Eagles had to shut it down, but that was a crazy ass season they was having. So.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, think about the fucking Eagles out here.
The train doesn't stop. Don't matter. Carson or not.
Motherfuckers is
Ajayi's out there rolling.
You think they can?
Rumbling.
You think they got a shot of being like? Are they? Y'all put them as early series contention Super Bowl right now?
Absolutely, until they prove me wrong.
Yeah.
With the Super Bowl MVP.
Yeah. Well, he ain't playing yet. He might play next week.
No, the Super Bowl MVP who won Week 1 and is going to be starting.
Oh, fact, yeah. They have fucking Foles. I'm thinking about
And let's give him credit too for running the Philly special again in a game.
Bro, that's starting to be a go-to. It's a go-to.
In the Super Bowl.
Yeah, the trick play where the receiver throws it to the quarterback.
How can you use that though?
Enough to work.
Enough to work.
It worked. That's a go-to. They just gonna hit your ass over the head with it. You ain't even you so fucked up waiting for them to do it. They gonna do it when you ain't even you fucked up now. You don't even know when they hitting you with it.
I mean,
you know
I
what I'm
feel like
saying?
it's like a psychological thing because
exactly.
Like, you just had your quarterback catch a ball in the Super Bowl. They'll never do that again. They won't do that again. So you don't prep for that.
Oh, you don't
and then they do it again.
You do it twice. For it this time, and then you think
now they will.
You just hit them
they
with
prepping.
You just hit them with it like every other game.
Now they gonna do a double. They gonna have it throw back to the quarterback. Quarterback's gonna catch my man going deep.
He's gonna be catching the left guard. Watch. He's gonna be eligible that play.
They gonna put the left guard out.
Flat, and everyone else on the other side. Little isolation.
Yo, the Eagles coaching is official out here.
How do you run Globetrotter football?
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but they be all right. One thing I want to bring up with the Bills, because I have a very unconventional idea about what they could do to at least sort of take advantage of the situation. Because I'm sure you know of Nathan Peterman's struggles.
Bruh, I have been on record to how bad this man played last season and have no fucking reason or have any knowledge of knowing how you can shoot bail to have this nigga start this year. Like just like Tyrod
pick.
Bruh. No, you're not even like you have no like you're playing for the future. Your future is now. You're the Buffalo fucking Bills.
Future is now.
Okay, yeah. You play him now. You wait till it's 40 points and you put him in. Like, what the fuck are we doing?
So, which is why I have this unconventional thought of, I think at some point, GMs, coaches, they could be honest with themselves. They kind of know like what kind of season they're gonna have based on the personnel they have and based on all the changes that have happened. Like, of course, you gotta believe and you gotta pump up your team, but realistically,
come on, man.
They're not gonna be doing much.
More pragmatic.
Yeah.
Than most of the people on the ground.
The approach. I was thinking to get Josh Allen experience, yet not have all the weight of the game on his back and not have all the pressure and honestly just to throw a different look that people haven't seen is 2 quarterback system. So each of them just works like a quarter at a time or like a half at a time. You have to prep for 2 quarterbacks. That's tough. And Josh Allen gets those snaps without being out there the whole game risking injury and gets all that pro experience, and then next year takes over as a full-time starter, and hopefully they have some more weapons for him and an offensive line that can block.
And you think that's the move?
You run a Houston Rockets system.
Yeah.
Them niggas have no flow.
No one's ever done it.
They'll have no flow.
How do you know?
Because
actually, I shouldn't say no one's ever done it. Because it's been done before.
Because Peterson's ass. Peterman's ass. He's ass. How many picks did he throw in
Josh Allen's not gonna be terribly much better.
Bruh, that nigga threw the most picks in the first half ever.
5.
Let's come on, let's keep it all the way fucking funky. The dude's ass.
We don't even know what Josh Allen's gonna look like though. He could be ass too.
Josh Allen performed well in the preseason. He played well at the end of that game. I'm sure he's gonna be a little bit better than motherfucking.
He's got more arm talent, that's for sure. Will it translate? That remains to be seen.
If the Eagles are able to get Wentz back, they should implement that system.
Hey, for real.
They should be crazy. They can do whatever the fuck they want at this point. They can do
Think
no
about
wrong.
that. Throw a package out there with both of them on the field.
Remember when we was talking about what do you do? Like who do you?
You don't know, fucking line up beside each other. Who's snapping it? Who they snapping it to?
You got the tailback behind him, and then snap goes to him. Now you really don't know what the fuck's happening.
Triple option. What's up? The new triple
option pass.
Yeah,
I mean, you don't know.
Yo, we go out here.
Revolutionary.
I'm telling you, when we do this Pop Warner team, we go out here looking crazy.
Hey.
I told you we gonna be running the annexation of Puerto Rico for real.
Out here running fucking Globetrotter ball. They're gonna be out here with 2 quarterbacks. Fucking have both of them. They're gonna have a play where they got the 2 quarterbacks and they're still gonna have the running back throw it.
They both throw it to each side, and then you see him in the back just lining them up.
Yeah, quarterback touchdowns.
Yo, the
It's gonna make no sense out
The
there.
Eagles look tight out here, man. Man, I don't know.
You know, who's gonna be salty about that too when it happens. It'll be like Antoine Randall L. and Cordell Stewart. He's like, man, I could have done both.
I know, slash ass. Yo, he tried, man.
Well, Pryor, man.
He tried.
New job, new career.
Yeah, you need to get his ass over to Philly.
Just playing.
Hey, man, he's a hell of an athlete, man.
Hey.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's a hell of an athlete, man.
Speaking of which, how about the fucking Jets?
Saquon Barkley.
The Jets.
Oh, I'm sorry. I went straight. I went straight Giants, yo.
The other New York team that plays in New Jersey.
I forgot about that team existed.
But yeah,
Until
no, they put
this
up, what,
week.
48
Until this week, yeah.
on a sorry Detroit team. So, you know, let's put it in perspective. But at the same time, 48 in a rookie's first game ever, in a, you know, basically a almost half new team, missing their best receiver too. Missing 2 of their best receivers.
He started out a little shaky, got it together.
Well, yeah. Let's talk about first throw of his career, pick 6.
Well,
what a way to start
who
your
else
career.
did it?
But it's like
Yeah.
Brett Favre and
Favre.
Brett Hundley are
Exactly.
the only other 2 players to ever throw their first pass for pick 6. And
Brett Hundley.
one of 2 good path. The other one, yeah. Hey, he's still in the league though. He's still in the
Yeah.
league. He's a backup in Seattle. So
What
you
are the
know?
chances they're both named Brett?
I know, right?
I know. Yeah, facts.
But yeah, so I mean,
Now there's
he
Sam.
started at the
Brett and Sam.
started at the bottom and could only go up at that point. So it was a good way to
They ended up
lower
up.
the expectations and then really raise the bar again.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, shit. The
He's out there
Jets-
making plays though.
Yeah, this is good for the Jets. This is really good for the Jets. They finally found fucking something. On the other end, you're looking at a team who can't get the shit together, and they just got a new head coach who they thought was gonna get their shit tight.
Detroit.
No, yeah,
Yeah,
they got
and
Patricia.
from
From New England.
Yep,
Yeah.
they thought he was like, oh yeah, we're gonna get the next Belichick prodigy. No, nigga, no Belichick prodigy I've seen has ever worked out.
Brought them some bad press.
Yeah, he's one of the guys.
Josh McDaniels took the Broncos with Tebow, I believe, to the playoffs and beat you guys. I think he was the head coach at that point. So.
Once, and then
I'm just saying. I mean, that's what other examples are there of the
He did.
Belichick coaching tree?
yeah, well,
That I know.
Charlie
I can think
Weiss.
of. Oh yeah. Wait, where did he coach?
Notre Dame and
Oh,
sucked.
well, yeah, I'm just talking professionally, but yeah.
Oh, if you suck in
Notre Dame,
college,
he sucked.
yeah. If you sucked in college, you know. There's been a couple. Romeo Cornell.
Did he come from Belichick? Yeah, you're right.
He was y'all coach.
Yeah. Didn't do well, but did have a couple good years in Kansas City, I think.
Yeah, after he learned, bumped his head, realized that you can't play Belichick ball with everybody.
Was he a coach or a coordinator in Houston too?
I don't know.
With Houston. Anyways.
But his lineage does not look that good, man. Let's keep it real.
Let's talk about Stafford for a minute too. Like,
Oh God,
what
I think
the
he's
fuck?
rusty. I guess.
Is that like? You want to talk about asking if someone's washed? Like, is this it? Like, did we already see the best of Stafford and that's it?
Or
He got his
Prime
money and
Stafford.
he's throwing 4 picks a game now.
I don't know. We're starting to see the age and these quarterbacks that we've seen dominate for a long time. Because I mean, me and you can go back and forth about it. But I think Matthew Stafford was a top 5 quarterback.
Was?
Yeah, top 5 quarterback for his prime years.
Yeah, you could definitely argue that.
Now, I mean, we got to
Stafford's
see. It may change, and that's why I'm feeling the same way. Ben may also be one out the door. I'm looking at them. Rodgers is if he stays in the fucking game. God damn,
Well,
stay in the game.
Hey, even if he fucking doesn't, he'll take a quarter off, come back in, and come
Right.
back from 20-0.
Paul Pierce ass.
Jesus Christ, I was watching that live. That was one of the craziest things I've ever seen. I think, like, honestly.
No,
I thought I was laughing at my friend Marcus the whole time.
well, they know
Whole
Marcus,
time.
friend of
Yeah,
the show.
You guys know Marcus. Sitting there, the look on his face, being a huge Packers fan, Rodgers fan, sorry, and I'm just like, I'm cracking up, and I'm like, this game's over. They're gonna get blown the fuck out. Next thing you know, Rodgers comes back
on the
in,
gator.
One drive touchdown, next drive touchdown. It's just like, all right, here we fucking go.
I've been saying it all off season. I think he's the best quarterback this year. He's gonna be the best quarterback healthy. He's gonna be and I think he's always been a top 3 quarterback.
For sure.
And I think this would be a year where he got the bag. He's coming for heads. He won. He's almost out his window to get a fucking Super Bowl. Yeah, so now he's got to try and throw some shit together.
Tie Brett, or else he won't be as good as him. Gotta chase that ghost.
I wonder, is that a thing? Are they chasing Brett's ghost?
He is. He's got to get 2 rings to surpass him.
I just never seen Brett Favre as a top elite quarterback. Yeah, that's just my personal. It's hard for me to see that, huh?
You never saw Brett Favre as an elite quarterback?
No.
You just thought he was a quarterback?
I thought he was an okay quarterback. He was a gunslinging guy around a bunch of good talent and great coaching, great coaching. But that's how I feel about it. We'll go back and forth with Marcus on this. I remember at one point we were so fucked up when we started sending each other coaching rosters. I was like, their 97 roster was fire, nigga. Chill out.
Holmgren and Gruden.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, he had some cats around him to help formulate this team he had.
Yeah, Rodgers hasn't had shit.
Shit.
Like McCarthy,
shit.
Trash.
He hasn't had, I know you're hard on McCarthy. I don't think he's that bad.
If it wasn't for Rodgers, McCarthy wouldn't have had a job.
No, he said that.
4 years.
He has said he's been on record to say he's helped him stay around. Aaron Rodgers is a top quarterback though, and I think if he stays out the IR and stays off the motherfucking bench, he can find his way. But he's one of those guys. He's just getting older and getting hurt. It's how many other quarterbacks really? Brady is still doing this thing. Unfucking
Eli.
Yeah, Eli's never really been angry. Rivers, I don't know. Rivers might be. Rivers is slinging, but he's throwing a lot more picks out here. Breeze is a freak of nature too. Drew Brees is a freak of nature, but I think we were in a golden era quarterbacks, and I think it's more so coming. It's going to come to an end pretty soon.
Talk about golden era. How about Ryan Fitzpatrick?
Yeah, the Breeze game.
God.
He had a shootout with Breeze and won. Who the fuck? 52 points.
48. Yeah, it was 48 to 40 or 42 or something.
I thought they got 52. Tampa?
Yeah.
I thought Tampa got 52.
48.
Man.
Regardless, it was a ridiculous amount. And it was in New Orleans against last year a top 5 defense.
Man, it was something for the motherfucking storybooks. Fitzpatrick out there fucking throwing like Drew Brees.
Fucking Rodgers
throwing better than Drew Brees.
Yeah, throwing better than Drew Brees. I looked at my goddamn beer at the bar. I said, man, I must be drinking a little bit too much looking at this motherfucking comparison. Nigga had 300 something yards, 4 touchdowns with no interceptions. Had fucking Breeze beat at the time for the matchup. As far as what we had, what did he end up with, Fitzpatrick? Did you know?
His overall stats, I want to say
at least his yards, because I know he had 4 touchdowns.
I know he had over 400 yards, 417 on only 21 completions, 21 of 28.
Yeah, he was throwing
75%.
Throwing some bombs to D-Jack and Mike Evans.
Had 2, and then I think Evans had 2.
Evans had a ridiculous game too.
No, actually, no. He had 1, and then Godwin had 1 as well.
Evans had a fucking.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Yeah, Evans had 7 catches for 147, and then Deshaun had 5 for 146.
They were both balling like fools. D-Jack and Mike Evans were acting out, man, and they making fucking Tampa look like the shit right now in the NFC South. Holla at them. They was talking big boy.
To be honest, though, real quick, shout out to my boy Michael Thomas. On the other side of things, though, 16 catches for 180 yards. Out there doing his
Catching them underneaths, boy.
And Kamara, bro, with 112 receiving yards on 9 catches.
Coming out the back.
8 carries for 29 yards.
Yeah, you know they wasn't they wasn't running much.
He ran for 2.
Yeah.
He caught another one. God, no wonder I lost to fantasy this week.
Yeah. They decided to get a running game in the goal line.
Yeah.
Yo,
without Ingram, of course, it's Kamara that's gonna get him.
I know.
Gillespie fumbled, I think, on his 3rd touch.
Yeah, I think Tampa Bay. You think they're a one-time thing?
Tampa?
Yeah. Do you think it's gonna be a one-time?
I don't know if it'll be one time, but I don't think it's gonna be every week. I think
no, absolutely.
I think it's gonna be extremely inconsistent.
Yeah.
And it's also I think it remains to be seen because maybe New Orleans is just that weak of a defense, and once they play at least a decent defense,
they did look a little weaker than last year.
Glad I
think so. Your draft, man, you've had a whack draft this year, bro.
It's been bad.
It's not all fault of your own, but shit, some of it is fucked up, and some of it
the
is
Le'Veon
shit, man.
and then the Saints defense is bad. But it's not my fault. Jerick McKinnon tore his ACL.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's fault of your. That's not fault of your own.
Delaney Walker broke his ankle in week 1.
It's
terrible.
not all. Yeah.
Carson Wentz hasn't played for 2 weeks
Not all
now.
of you. Goddamn. It's
Carson Wentz and Le'Veon.
and McKinnon and Delaney.
They were saying Carson was going to start week 1. They're like, he'll be back. He'll be fine. And then Le'Veon, maybe he'll sit out a couple weeks. So I was like, okay, cool.
Oh wow, so you knew you were rolling the dice.
I knew a little bit, but at the same time, like all reports.
You thought it would pay off.
Leaned
obviously.
the other
You were
way.
rolling the
I knew
dice.
Le'Veon was gonna sit his ass. He been mad for the past 2 seasons. He been mad for the past 2 seasons. He said, and he said it too last year. He's like, if y'all do this shit next year, I'm acting out. I'm acting a fool. I'm acting a fool. You better pay me, Rooney. But hey,
That's me.
it happened. Yeah,
Maybe
it
turn
happened.
his car around.
Hey, motherfucker, they parked right now. They trying to figure out which direction they going. Speaking of fucking crazy ass owners, Cowboys. Fuck's going on over there?
I don't know.
Another good day.
Watch that game.
Another good day.
Dak may not be a franchise quarterback after all.
Another good day in the building. See the Cowgirls lose.
16-8. What an ugly game, ugly score.
Ugly score against a
Panthers.
rebuilding. Will we say rebuilding Carolina?
Honestly, I'd say they're probably better than they were last year.
Well, they were ass last year.
Well, now that they lost Greg Olsen, who thank God I didn't draft him, so I'm surprised I didn't. I almost did.
Yeah, the injury train
But
just keeps on chucking.
He's at least out for a month or 2. I think he might actually be off.
Yeah, that's not funny, but it would be funny if you got him.
Yeah.
It's not funny for him.
But anyways,
It's all
besides
good.
that, I think the Panthers have retooled on the receivers front, and then McCaffrey's going to be 10 times better than he was last year with
Yeah.
even more touches because Stewart's gone. So
Yeah, his hands is out of this world. He's great coming out the backfield.
a lot of good rookies this year. It's exciting.
Yeah.
Mixon was out there balling, and then even like second year players like Trubisky, at least in the first half of that game, looked great. The Bears looked great. Talk about fucking Khalil Mack, first player ever to have an interception, sack, forced fumble, and a touchdown all in one half.
The Raiders is just so sick right now. They couldn't keep that boy. They're so sick.
Yeah, on the contrast of that end is the Raiders game where they just looked.
I don't
It was
know.
rough.
I thought they were going to be better. I thought they were going to be better than they
Defense looked
are.
old because they are the oldest defense in the league.
Yeah.
Actually, oldest team, I believe, just overall.
Really?
And then, yeah, I mean, I never.
Offensively, they got young skill players. That's how I seen it.
Carr and Cooper, just for whatever reason, they can go off and then they can be terrible.
Yeah.
There's no consistency there. There's no fluidity to their offense. And
I seen them putting it together at the end of last year, so I figured they would actually have something rocking this year. But man, yeah, and then they're trying to rotate and get new receivers and try and help him out. And it's just
you see, they re-signed Martavis
that's
Bryant.
exactly my point, man. They went and got Brian ass back, probably for a lower amount. I didn't see how much he got signed for.
Well, and he's still facing suspension, possibly.
That's probably part of the new contract.
Yeah.
We're gonna
exactly.
retool it.
You see the Bleacher Report. You know Gridiron Heights. They do the cartoons. You see the one
I
that
haven't
they did
seen
about,
any yet.
about Gruden.
I need to see it, man,
Oh, it's so
because I went
great.
back and watched the basketball ones, and man, those shits was lit.
What does the same really do? What?
The basketball
What
ones,
basketball
like
ones?
what was the
Not Game of Zones.
Game
Yeah,
of
Game of
Zones?
Zones.
They
Yeah.
do a football one.
Yeah, they do a football one
Gridiron
now.
Heights.
Yeah.
They've been
Wow.
doing it.
Yeah,
It's pretty good.
I'm trying to see it.
Is it the same medieval theme?
Nah,
No.
it's high school, right?
Yeah.
Oh, it's high school.
Gridiron
Like,
Heights.
it's like a drama almost.
But it's the same animation style and stuff.
Yeah. So I want to check it out. I haven't checked it out yet though.
That's pretty fun.
Yeah, just to paraphrase, basically Gruden is stuck in 2002.
Tampa Bay Days.
That's I'll leave it at that. But listeners, you should go watch it because it's funny, and I'll show you guys that. You know.
Yeah. Show me after. But fucking, it's. I like week 1, man. This is actually starting to open up a lot of shit right now, man.
Hey, talking about another rookie too. Just real quick, shout out my boy Denzel Ward. I know you probably
He
weren't
played.
happy, but 2
I said he
picks.
played well.
Boy, and he
Dog,
was,
I
he's
told
out there
you,
making
yeah.
plays the whole game.
I was paying attention too. I was like, God damn, Mike said he.
Worth the
Yeah.
4th pick. Worth
Yeah,
it.
yeah. I remember you was all over it. Why didn't they pick him? Yo, but who else? So we got him. Who you think is what rookie do you think performed the best? I might put Ward in the best, honestly, because I watched that game, so I seen
it. Ward and Darnold, I would say, offense and defense wise.
Yeah.
Because Darnold, he looked comfortable.
I didn't get to see it in the Darnold.
You could say Barkley or maybe even Mixon be thrown in the mix.
Yeah. Didn't Saquon go over 100?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Saquon, because I would put Saquon as a close second for me.
At least total yards, he definitely went over 100. I don't know if he rushed.
2 touchdowns, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I had him as my close second. I might put Ward at first just because I seen he was going up against AB half of the time.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
And AB was quiet for a lot of that game.
I think a lot of it honestly was because Ben just couldn't get it where he needed to because
for sure it was rainy and the line wasn't holding up because we were just penetrating. Myles Garrett was out there just making shit happen.
He's gonna be a dude to watch this year.
He's gonna be a dude to watch for like 10 years.
I mean, defensive MVP wise, if he does what he's doing,
him and Mac are gonna be like going at it for defensive MVP or defensive player of the year, whatever it is.
Yeah, Mac right now is, of course, far ahead of niggas from what he did. But yeah, that in itself, the NFL is in a good place for that. Get your shit together politically, bitch, or I will let that shit go. Well, it is what it is, man.
Yeah. 2 quotes I want to talk about from the NFL.
Oh, the Rodgers. Yeah, you tell me about Rodgers and Brady, please elaborate.
So this one is it? I guess I should say it's a quote. At least it's not a on record quote. On record, when Tom Brady's been asked about who's the best quarterback or who's the most talented, etc., he refrains from actually answering it. But supposedly, off record, Ian O'Connor. I guess semi-reputable, NFL reporter.
Hey, his name's on this shit now, so it is what it is.
I think he works for the NFL Network, if I'm not mistaken. But anyways,
yeah, I've heard of him.
The tweet is, Tom Brady once told an NFL coach if Aaron Rodgers had Patriots' offensive scheme and institutional knowledge on opposing defenses, he'd throw for 7,000 yards every year. He's so much more talented than me.
That's a smart man telling you what could happen if he was on a better situation. Tom Brady's a smart motherfucker. Let's not get it twisted.
But isn't that admitting that he's better?
Tom Brady knows that Aaron Rodgers is a better quarterback because he's a smart motherfucker. Tom Brady knows what he has around him and why he's great. He knows what makes him where he is.
Self-aware.
Reason why he takes the pay cuts. Why he has taken the pay cuts. Reason why he has shown always that team spirit, because he knows what he has. He's not fucking that up. He wants to keep a good thing going. He's a smart guy. He knows it didn't just take him to get to where he is. Aaron Rodgers is raw talent shown on a bad team.
So why not just say it in public then? Why have to be off the record?
Why is he off the record with it?
Why is he dodging it in public?
Well, because he doesn't want anybody to run with that shit like that. He's still
I guess you don't really
an ego guy. Yeah,
he's not really a big press guy in general.
He's not he's not ego in a bad way.
He gets asked by the press. Like there's interviews where
he
deflects it.
But because it's gonna become a story, whatever he says.
And you don't want to openly say somebody's better than you, especially during the regular season.
This is a story now. He said it off the record to the wrong person.
Yeah, he said it to his homie on some slick shit, on some regular nigga shit, and then he tries to, and now it's like.
I mean, do you think his homie is this writer for NFL Network?
I don't know him off top. They could have a report like, "Hey, how the kids? Hey, they good,
it's not
bro."
It's no, I'm just playing.
Hey, a little inside. I got the joke, man. If you watch it, you know sports, you got the joke. Motherfucking goddamn. What I was saying is, even though you got a rapport with somebody, yeah, they can sell you up the street, but you don't expect that. Like, I mean, we was talking on some normal shit, probably like, man, for real though, man, Aaron's probably having a great fucking year. And he's like, man, motherfucker, I'm on a great one. And then he probably just throws that shit out there on some regular shit,
like
bro.
flipping a burger and shit.
Yeah, and then the nigga's just like, yeah, for real. Yeah, Tom, I got you. Yeah, for real. Okay.
Tom.
So how you feel? And then he switched it back to him. So how do you feel about you this year? You know what I'm saying?
Cool. Well, we all agree it's true though, right?
I think, yeah.
Another interesting quote that came out this week, I'm gonna pull it up right now. Mr. Drew Brees. Oh man, here it is.
What would you say?
Said about the second string quarterback for the Cleveland Browns, Mr. Baker Mayfield, he said, I think he could be a lot better than me. And then went on to say he's more athletic and has a stronger arm.
This is the episode of The Humble Quarterback.
What the fuck?
That's the title right there.
Who put? I've always loved watching and respected.
That was Mayfield's supporter quotes, but here's here's Drew Brees' quote.
Drew Brees is super fucking humble guy.
Man, he's got all the tools. He's more athletic. He could probably run around better. He's got a stronger arm. Listen, he's got all the tools.
Drew Brees is a different guy, man. We know Drew's a nice guy. He's always been a nice guy. He just holds it down. He does his thing, holds it down, and he's out. You know what I'm saying? We never looked at Drew like... He had the Drew Brees Foundation type shit. You remember it?
He was building houses and shit.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
After Katrina, didn't he?
He's he's like the king out there.
I have his book on my bookshelf.
He's that guy.
He started out somewhere else, right?
Chargers.
Yeah, the Chargers.
Yeah. 01, I believe.
Yeah, but he's been in New Orleans for fucking...
Second string, came in off the injury and did his thing. Did his thing from a come up, and then just been humble pie ever since. Been working, motherfuckers. 400 yards, most efficient quarterback to the day, ain't he? He's most efficient. He's one of the most efficient quarterbacks of all time.
Yeah, one of for sure.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, and then he talking about nah, you need to slow down now. Baker Mayfield's okay.
Put some respect on your own name.
Put some respect on your own name. Dude. like this is the time I'm like, we know he's the humble guy. I'm gonna reel it back for him. Yeah, we're gonna reel it back for him. Yeah, you said the same thing here when they were shooting it back to Baker during the game. Mm-hmm. And when Tyrod was playing a little off from making a couple bad passes, they shoot right over to Baker. We know it's not Baker's time yet. You know what I'm saying? Not. He's better. Let's slow down. He's got to develop though.
Yeah. Well.
He okay.
I don't know if it's a development, it's more just learning the league. I think he's already got the talent to be successful.
Not development, but adjustment.
Exactly.
We'll see.
Adaptation.
Let's see. Let's see.
In other words, like that.
Maybe refinery.
So do you believe that you're better off having him play in front of Tyrod?
Right now, no. But
then
if we're like,
I'm confused.
Because it's just like that's just as a rookie, that's a lot of pressure, and he still has a lot of things to learn.
That's what I was saying.
To me, and I've never gone through it, but from records and proven history, it's easier to learn, it seems, to be on the sideline and not have it actually happen and affect your confidence versus being able to just watch it happen, talk to coach about it in real time, and then talk in the film room and learn from all that. And then, the next year when you actually get your shot, boom, you have all this knowledge and you can apply it in real time.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So, yes, could he be successful right now? I honestly don't question that he could do okay and manage a game. I'm not saying he's going to go out there throwing 300 yards, 3 touchdowns, but he could definitely win us 4 or 5 games if he started the whole season, I think.
Well, I mean, that's, you have a great offense, and as long as you can manage the team, I mean, fucking Trent Dilfer managed the team.
Well, exactly, but as a rookie, I mean, I think that's still tough to do, to manage. Yeah. So, the fact that I think he can do that speaks about what I think of it, but at the same time, I don't think it's his time yet. Okay. But it will be one day. He'll go down as probably one of the greatest all time. He'll be in top 10 conversation.
Better than Drew Brees?
As long as he stays healthy.
Better than Drew Brees?
I think he could be. He could be.
I know what I'm saying?
He could be.
Okay.
He really could be. I don't know if the numbers are going to reflect that because of his mobility and because of his unselfishness. I don't know. We'll see.
I think...
He's definitely got the leadership skills already. He's already got like the Tom Brady quarterback huddle presence and field presence.
When it comes to this new batch of quarterbacks, you got him above or below Carson Wentz? Because that's my bar for the new quarterbacks.
What his ceiling is, what his potential is.
Yeah, because there was Brady.
Now, of course, Carson's better.
There was Brady and Manning in the prime. We seen that, and then Brady's always got Peyton in the prime of the height of their standoffs in the playoffs and otherwise. Now, if we're talking about in the future,
I won't say the height because the height was also when Peyton finally beat him.
Not once. Look at let's remember that record.
No, after he beat him, I think there was a couple more times where he finally did it. It was like he broke that.
I don't think it was that even.
I don't think it was even because Tom Brady beat him a lot early on.
You think Peyton's better, don't you?
I think Peyton's better, but I think Tom Brady had better teams.
Oh, so that's what you think? That's what it came down to. beating the other.
Absolutely for that. But I would always say Peyton Manning is better.
Yeah, so it's not reflective of.
No, not the records or anything. Nah. But I just think that that rivalry was their type shit, and I can see Carson Wentz will be there with someone, either Deshaun Watson, because that would be an AFC, NFC, if Super Bowl thing, if that ever worked out, or Baker. Do you think Baker would be with that?
He's going to be.
Okay. Put it on the record. I just wanted him to put it on the record. That's all I wanted him to do. I wanted to see it.
Hey, Darnold might be in that conversation too.
Oh, stop throwing names. Stop throwing names.
Now you're just saying things.
I'm really not. I mean, look what we did week 1.
What you say about the other team? It's Detroit, just week 1.
Detroit's pretty sorry.
No. We was talking about who we talking about? We was just talking about fuck. We talking about somebody earlier. Just like, oh, it's just week 1. It's just week 1. We'll see. You remember Tampa.
Yeah, it is week 1. But all I know is he was making those throws, he was making those plays, he made the adjustments. You could see the flashes of what could come. And I think the same thing for Trubisky too. I think Trubisky could obviously be in that conversation.
I have to see Trubisky.
Out of all of these new gen quarterbacks, I have the highest hopes on them, I think.
Yeah. I mean, they would be the most notable names, but I don't know. I gotta watch Trubisky.
I mean, you can throw. People would possibly throw like Derek Carr in there. You possibly throw in Mariota.
No.
I don't know. You look at his numbers, and I've heard people definitely throw him in that conversation. He took well, not I want to say he single-handedly, but with some help, took the Titans to the playoffs last year. It's pretty good.
That running back had definitely helped a little bit.
DeMarco did, for sure. Getting along without him so far.
Defense was alright.
Yeah.
It was alright.
It was okay. But yeah,
turnovers.
I'm high on those quarterbacks, I think. I'm trying to think if there's any other that I'm missing. Because I don't care for Rosen. I don't care for, God, who's the other one? Because wasn't there one more? Oh, Josh Allen.
Mm-hmm. Josh Allen. I mean, he hasn't even played enough. He hasn't played enough. He only played a quarter?
I mean, none of the rookies that we're talking about really played that much besides Darnold. Right?
Yeah. Well, Darnold... Well, hold on. You said the rookie-wise? Baker hasn't...
Baker just played preseason just like Josh
hasn't, and Darnold... Yeah, I guess so.
And then Rosen, same thing.
Well, I mean, what I'm really talking about, when we was talking about as far as quarterbacks, Mike Trubisky, he's played a year.
Mitchell?
Yeah, So Trubisky's played a year, and that's why I'm still... And anyway, and Carr played a year. Yeah, I mean,
it was like Carr's 3rd or 4th year.
That's what I'm saying. He's played longer, so I mean, like if we're talking about rookies, I say Baker.
You brought up Carson Wentz, this is going to be his like 3rd year in the league or something.
Yeah, he's proven, but that's why I said I know he's going to be one of the top guys. That's why I said Deshaun Watson will be. But I'm asking, do you think Baker will be?
Oh, for sure.
Okay. All right. Well, what else we got on football wise? Because I don't really.
I want to say that's pretty much it. Yeah, that's pretty much it on football. Kind of moving to basketball real quick. Something that happened today is get a chance to catch any of the WNBA finals.
I didn't catch anything but the Sue Bird situation when she was pulling up on ridiculous range. That's the only thing I seen as far as the games.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything yet.
I didn't catch any of like game 1 or 2. I saw the highlights, but not like live. But I caught the last half of this game, of game 3, the clincher. Spoiler alert for anyone that hasn't seen it already, doesn't know. But yeah, the Sonics, damn Seattle, I'm sorry.
If only.
Yeah. The Storm won 98-82, but Sue Bird, like, she had an alright game. She had 10 points, 10 assists. Breanna Stewart.
This is solid.
Yes.
It is, for sure. And that's, like, very typical of Sue Bird. But yeah, Breanna Stewart, 30 points, 8 rebounds.
She went crazy this time.
Oh, yeah. She got MVP.
So it's an all-around effort that they've been putting through.
Oh, my God, yeah. It was ugly, though, by the end of it. Like, the Mystics didn't even look like they're on the same level as the Storm.
Man, what do you think about this? Good for women's basketball when you were watching this game? Like the direction of the game? This is the finals. This is the best of the best right here.
It's funny because, I was actually talking to Marcus when we were watching it, and I was like thinking about how I'd given WNBA the chance maybe like 10 years ago and watch it, and it's like, yeah, maybe you had like one like Lisa Leslie on the floor, but the rest of the chicks, like, I don't remember seeing anything special. Maybe it's just terrible memory, or maybe it really is true that just the quality of
that was the impression you got either way.
Yeah, the quantity of quality players now is a lot better in the league. So it's a lot better basketball.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier to watch, in my opinion. This is the first year I could actually get engaged and like stick with it and find a team and be like, okay, cool, I'm gonna watch them.
Yeah.
Get invested. When was the WNBA founded?
It's 90s, right?
I feel like any league develops from like its 10th season to its 20th season.
Oh,
you know
yeah.
what I mean, you look at any league.
In its infant stages, so much changes.
Yeah, and then, you know, there's like, you know, I know that sadly the money isn't what it, you know, what it is for, you know, other professions and stuff, other, you know, professional sports and stuff like that, but still you have like a pathway for people to really want to pursue, you know, those athletic.
There's an avenue now where you can,
exactly.
you know where you can go,
Yeah, exactly. So you have people, you know, applying themselves more to it, more people applying themselves. So yeah, imagine the quality of play. Probably
televised, it's getting bigger. Yeah, it's going to continue to grow. Basketball is just, basketball's getting huge. I think I'm on your side.
Yeah.
I mean, as far as
I like the promotion needs to be a little bit better though.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's necessarily, but I mean, granted, I don't consume a ton of media in the way of like, you know,
I think
cable TV and a lot of, you know, I use ad block. You know what I mean? It's a little bit harder to reach me, but but it's like you know, I'm not really hearing about a lot of stuff until after it happens. You know what I mean? I didn't even really, you know.
Now.
Like, did you really see the NBA Finals? I bet y'all probably saw a little bit of it. But did y'all see the WNBA Finals, like, ads, like, you know, this Thursday at 7 type shit? You know what I mean?
Well, I
kind of snuck up on me.
Well, I think the difference between this and the NBA Finals that we'd be used to is that there's not a 10-day build up.
Oh,
it's like right after.
I feel like I might have said I wasn't comparing or anything.
No, I know. I'm just saying like maybe that's why you didn't notice because there's like 2 days before it goes right into it.
I was in the playoffs. No, I only realized it was like the playoffs, like
short
2 weeks.
series.
Yeah, and I guess that is true. Is it still like
best of 3 until the finals?
How many teams make it?
I honestly don't know, but I think like 6.
Nice.
6 or 8.
So it moves a lot quicker.
Yeah.
I don't know. That might be. Maybe they're trying to keep it like shorter like that, but that might be part of the problem.
First round's one game.
That's pretty dope though for when you're watching it though. You know what I mean? Like you never have to. It's just like bang, bang, bang.
Yeah, it's happening, and every game counts more.
Yeah,
I agree with it.
I still like the. I
7 games.
I still am a fan of the current NBA playoff system though, even though it's crazy and overblown.
I think the first round can be done. You can do 5.
You can do 5 in the first round?
Yeah, you can do 5 in the first, man. Half those games be ass whoopings.
Series though, I mean,
half of them are ass whoopings though.
I feel you, but it's worth it for the ones that ain't.
Yeah, but the percentage of it is so
low.
Like
Pelicans and Blazers. Like
how often?
Series. It's every year there's a series like that.
Not every year.
Pretty much every year.
Every year though? I don't. What happened the year before that? Come on.
I have to go back and look at the tree, bro.
All right. But I'm just saying, Pelicans, we looked at them like, damn, Pelicans did some dope ass shit last year that we didn't expect. I was like, oh, they might win a game against Golden State.
Weren't the Spurs like a low seed when they played the Warriors and took them to 7 a couple years ago?
I believe so.
When?
A few years ago, like they were a lower seed.
That might have been last year, like
hell no.
2017.
That wasn't last year they got their ass dogged.
Yeah,
I'm not talking about 2018, 2017. When Tim Duncan was still there.
His last season.
Yeah, his last
That's
season.
2017, yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they took the. They might have got bounced in the first round by the Warriors. If I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. My memory's.
Nah, they always win 50 games. So how the fuck are they ever low seeded?
They were like a 6 seed one year.
Not winning 50 games,
they
you're
were
not.
7th in the conference in 2017.
That's 2017 when they got their ass whooped. This is 2018 season that we finna come into, right?
No, we're going into the 2019 season, fam.
Yeah, it's 2018.
We're going into
2019. It's okay. This shit got me thinking.
We're talking about when Tim Duncan.
Nah, this isn't Tim Duncan though. What he's looking at, is it?
Yeah, it is. That's the last year Timmy D was there.
That's it. He's looking at.
This is the one I'm talking about. 2017, 2018 is like.
That's that just happened.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They never not won 50 games until last year.
7th seed like the year before that.
Bro, they were cold forever. You just
all right. Anyway.
forever.
No, they were the 6th seed in 14-15.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they still won over 50, but. Low.
They play. Is that the year they played Golden State or something?
Yo, in that 4-5 game,
they lost to the Clippers in the first round.
Chris Paul, bro, and that 4-5 series is always lit. You know that.
See, that's cool, but I feel like I can still do a best of 5 with that, and it'll still be a lit series. 3 games will be lit.
I feel you.
There's going to be a lot more lit playoffs afterwards.
It's just more to enjoy.
It's just the rest of them aren't going to be that lit.
You don't gotta watch them.
But they're there they're in your television program and in conversation. You know you're gonna watch them.
I can avoid them.
I'm really conflicted on this because, like, I kind of see the benefit of the 5 games.
Yeah.
The playoffs are too long.
It's long as shit.
Ridiculous.
I'm gonna watch it, but it's long as fucking. I complain. I do complain.
how long it is?
I complain and I watch it.
But, like, I don't know. At the same time, I struggle to say, like, all right, 3 wins over 2 is like, all right, that was definitely the better team. You know, versus just like that solid 4.
Well, then why don't we go 9 and then we can really solidify who's the greats?
Maybe for the finals we should.
9 just...
Yeah, get the fuck out of here, motherfucker.
9 just feels redundant.
I know, man.
9 just feels redundant. 7 just seems perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're conditioned to
There's
7.
a power in 7. That's why baseball does it too.
There's a power in 7. Listen.
Baseball does 5, 7, 7.
We can do 7 for the rest of them. There's power in the 7 for the championship game.
I feel like, think about how many people have come back from, like, you know, I'm not saying how many, like, there's a ton of it, but just think about, like, it's possible to come back from, you know,
3-0.
I don't know if 3-0's even happened, but 3-1 has happened enough times where it's like I don't see people coming back from, like.
But usually when you go 3-1, you usually win 2-1
or some shit like that, and then coming back and winning 4 straight to win 5 out of 8. You know what I mean? Or 5 out of 9, I should say.
I don't know, man.
Like, I don't know. After
you can see even more
game,
comebacks with less games.
At that point, after 7th game, your team is washed, bro.
Yeah, your team's washed, and so is my attention.
That's perfect. But I feel I could see them cut. I mean,
5, just the first round.
It used to be 5.
Yeah.
It did. Yeah, we did look
like
at that.
Early Jordan we used to have it.
See, I don't. I know it's for the money, so I'll payola. But you know.
It's weird how there have been just like weird rules in like the NBA over the years that have like changed that people don't really know about. I was even like when I was looking at like Wilt shit the other day, I even learned.
Oh man, shout out to Wilt.
Oh, we'll get into that.
Yeah.
But I was seeing that there was like a rule that the NBA used to have where you had like 3 attempts to make 2 free throws.
Yeah, that's weird.
You knew about that?
No, I'm saying like that's weird.
Wait,
we were just we're on the comment of weird.
It was like when
the NBA did.
The NBA. It was like when the team.
What year was this, friend?
It was like in the 60s. It was like the 60s, I think. And there was like this rule, like if your team was over the foul limit, it was like to try to prevent excessive fouling. And it was like if your team was over the foul limit and you fouled somebody, they had 3 attempts to make 2 shots. Or if it was like an and 1 play, you had 2 attempts to make 1 shot.
That must have been when niggas was trash and they was playing on fucking cobblestone fucking. I don't know what the fuck.
Will was in the league and shit. Like they showed.
There's no.
That's when I learned about it because they were talking about some game situation where Will had. They were talking about Wilt's free throws. They were talking about a game situation where he had the 3 for 2 shit, and they were saying that was a rule at the time. Like if you make the 2, though, you don't get the 3rd shot. You know what I mean? But if you miss one, you get a second chance to make one of the shots, basically. Or if you miss the first 2, you get a 3rd chance to make 1 point.
60s was
Isn't
a
that weird
time.
that the NBA's just had like weird fucking rules over the years?
Yeah.
You used to be able to goaltend and shit.
Well, I'm glad they took some shit out. You know, some shit makes sense. You just start to see how great. What?
They took out the fucking 3 for 2 rule also.
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying.
You
a lot
not
of
be able to play zone defense. Like,
a lot
it's
of
crazy. Like how much that's something people don't talk about nearly enough about.
Because niggas
Jordan
wasn't
era.
as talented.
Can you imagine LeBron in a no zone era?
Oh my
You just
God.
got to guard him 1-on-1. There's no debate.
He's destroying everybody.
He's destroying everybody.
He's destroying
There's no
everybody.
debate about who's better, him or Jordan at that point.
He's joking on everybody. It's not even fair
Double
either.
team him if you want. Triple team him. It don't matter. It really don't.
He's blowing past you and dunking on you every time, and it's a demoralizing fact. You just turn around and you see him up there just doing the We Are Witness fucking dunk on your ass every time. It's ugly. The rules of the NBA though they've been accommodated to you know, just because the changing of athletes, man. So I think NBA's fucking. It's an interesting. I think it might be one of the most interesting ones. Baseball and basketball are the 2 most interesting sports as far as if you're talking about just like random shit that happens to them and storylines with them and shit like that. Like Jason Williams getting drunk in Phoenix and thinking he was in a fucking a deserted Terminator wasteland. Yeah, when he first went to the Suns, and they got rid of Jason Williams.
The dude who shot his limo driver.
Yeah. That Jason
Which is
was from the
unfortunately
Nets.
how this man will be known.
This guy,
Because that's what happens when you shoot your limo
The
driver.
forgotten Jason Williams. There's 2 other ones.
He's got a podcast now.
Yeah. I mean, he wrote a book and all types. That nigga is out here. He's out here.
A decent career.
Yeah, he was alright. He shot his limo driver.
Yeah.
Pretty accurate.
the shooting of the limo driver.
Nice, accurate shooter. yo, R.I.P. Yo, but straight up, man.
Shit, one too many potholes. Someone's getting clapped.
Boy. Yo, but yeah, man. Anybody? Anything else on the NBA tip? Well, what's happening?
Speaking about
what's happening? Shit, basketball.
Players,
What's going
Andrew
on?
Bynum trying to make a comeback. In
Let's
the league.
stop it.
He
Yeah,
worked
I
out
remember
at the Lakers
talking about
facility.
this. Let's stop
It
it.
wasn't a Lakers workout though. They came out and clarified it wasn't a Lakers workout. He was just allowed to work at the facility.
He came out with the walker and
Oh no, he was out there running and dunking and doing drills. And
by himself.
he was with
There's some horizontal.
one of those,
shot.
Instagram basketball coaches, and I'm not
Okay.
gonna even give him his name.
Why not?
Maybe I don't know it. Maybe I don't want to. I'm not gonna reveal that.
You ain't fucking
I'm
with
telling
him?
you which
Wait
one
till
it
next
is.
week. You might find out. Well,
Yo, I mean, Bynum, I feel like he's like washed as fuck.
I mean, it's been only 3-4 years since he's played in the league at all.
His knees
let
are-
alone like even played consistent minutes.
Y'all remember the fiascos in Philly?
And
Changed his hair.
Shit, Cleveland.
Fucking just decided to sit out. Yeah, Cleveland.
I don't
The
even know how many
Lakers.
games
Tail
he
end of the
played for
Lakers. I know he did play. That's weird. I forgot about that shit. Really, when you think of that,
The first place he went, wasn't it? Or did he go to Philly?
After the Lakers.
He went to Philly first, right? Pretty sure he went to Philly.
I feel like he went to Cleveland first.
Yeah. Either way, he lost it. The motherfucker's
Yeah.
just like, these bad guys to check him out.
They had him and Jason Richardson. They thought they was finna do some shit. Jason Richardson was old, but he could still play.
Yeah, he can still play. You think you finna do some shit?
Andrew, not like really do some shit, but they were like, hey, this is an acquisition at least.
An
But
acquisition.
Andrew Bynum
Yeah,
was
that's
like,
about
actually,
it.
I'm more washed than Jason Richardson.
Right.
Even though he's been playing in the league like 10 years longer.
His knees got mine by like a decade. I don't even work out.
So Paul Pierce said, "I have a better chance of making a comeback than he does."
Thank you, Paul. At least Inglehood keeping it true. Telling you, bro. Paul Pierce at least is keeping it real out here because Bynum is not pulling
No,
it. He doesn't have the work ethic, man.
He
The
definitely
big man's
don't.
more rare though than the small forward.
What?
He's not gonna be worth shit though when it comes down to an 82 game season. They're gonna try.
For a guy that can just soak up like 7-8 minutes on
He's-
like the end of the bench for big man minutes.
Yeah, if you just want to be a nigga on the team, I guess that's
Yeah,
cool.
like a minimum contract.
I mean, he's not.
like,
he's
I
not-
guess.
I don't think he's expecting 24 mil.
That's not a comeback. Then a comeback of you shit. Juwan Howard played on
Making
the
team
Heat.
for him is a comeback. Getting
No,
the
it's
G
true.
League
It's
is a
still a
comeback.
comeback.
Like you said, he's 7 feet. He's 7 feet and played already.
6'11". He's not, he
There's
hasn't
a lot of
even
people
hit
that are 7 feet that ain't playing in the NBA.
No, but played in the league already. So I mean, of course they're gonna give him that extra shot. Showing he's in the workouts
Hey,
and all.
worst case scenario,
I feel like Sean.
big three tryouts.
Yeah, he big three. It'd be Corey Maggetti's recruiting him.
That half court game would be perfect.
Yeah. Ooh, we be Shaq out there, man.
What do you
Doesn't
think?
have to
I bet Cube
Yeah,
calling.
you can just stay in one spot, bro. Other people just clear the ball.
I think Cube calling. Bet Cube calling.
Never know.
Listen, Bynum, I know
right-
you back in the gym, my
He's right
G.
there in LA.
You know if the contract ain't working.
Sean Kemp tried to fucking come back and that shit didn't work. He was
Yeah.
like almost 7 feet tall.
Yeah, but how old was Kemp?
Yeah, a
Older
lot
than
of
Bynum.
extracurricular things going on though. I think.
Yeah, Kemp was on that shit. But you know, Bynum's young, but Big Three would probably be his best bet, in my opinion. What do you think? You think he's Big Three or NBA?
I don't really see him. I mean, taking 4 years off, and I don't know. Even if he
You
does,
got him Big Three.
I don't know. Mecca Okafor kind of
Just go and throw
Yeah,
it in
not
there.
Mecca.
And guess
Although
where he
was,
is?
He was
I'll
in
go
the G
Big Three.
League.
I'm pretty sure he went Big Three too for a minute.
No, Mecca Okafor was just on he was just on an NBA roster.
Oh, was he?
Big Three wasn't even a thing when Mecca was in his.
I thought he
was
did
in
it
his
recently.
Years. No, Mecca was just on the fucking Hornets last year, bro.
It's like I watched the
No,
Hornets
Pelicans.
game.
Pelicans.
My bad. Yeah, no,
Yeah, yeah,
Hornets. Yeah, no, of course you wouldn't watch the Hornets games. No, he was on the Pelicans. He was on-
Of course.
Yeah, I was like, that
The
was crazy shit to
subtleness.
say. I was talking about
The subtleness.
He was on the Hornets, bro. What you talking about? No, he was on the Pelicans.
Yeah,
He
when
was
Boogie got hurt.
yeah, he was the
Oh
Philly
yeah,
Boogie,
he
bro.
was. I forgot about it.
And he was looking good.
He was doing alright.
It was crazy.
But at the same time, I can't remember exactly, but did Okafor have the same knee issues and back issues that
he had
Biden
a neck
which-
issue. That's what sidelined was an injury.
Yeah, but he had a work ethic. He was always.
Yeah,
known
exactly. I'm
for a
saying that. I'm
work
the same
ethic.
dude. Like
Yeah.
Bynum, he wasn't really about that life.
Hey, maybe he's different though.
He
You
was
never
taking
know.
off the summers. I mean, he might feel different, but different for how long?
They said
And
his
all of a sudden
knees.
That fatigue of the season sets in, and then you're like, I got a lot of money.
Shit.
Right.
Like,
They said he had-
paychecks again.
Could go to Jamaica.
I think it's too late.
You go play in China for a paycheck.
Yeah, you can go to China. They'll pay his
Get a
ass.
statue.
Might get a shoe deal.
We gotta stop throwing around the statues. Nah, bro, that's only Steph.
No, I said shoes.
Fon's the only one getting a statue out there.
No, we said no.
I
We
said
gave-
statue.
Yeah, the statue for no, the other statue was valid. D Wade statue.
What are you talking
Isn't that
about?
what we were
D.
talking
Wade
about?
got a
out there.
statue?
No, we were talking about statues, throwing people's statues, my
No, I was
nigga.
talking about in China.
I know, but
Oh yeah, it probably was.
we've
I
done
was
that.
like, if he
Statue-
signs with that team that offered him this,
Yeah,
Statues
I feel
are
like D
done.
Wade could get a statue.
I'm just saying, Steph.
They
got a
don't take that,
statue.
bro. That shit's serious out there. They like Steph is the only person who's not a fucking like emperor to have a statue out there. So
I know.
come on.
He's
That's
lit. He's
crazy.
lit. I'm not ever
He's
disputing
a
Stephon
historical
Marbury's
Chinese
litness.
figure, bro. That's some crazy shit to think about.
What else is crazy
They
that we
immortalized him.
Hey,
Besides
statue.
Yao, he's the most popular basketball player in
Yao
history.
doesn't have a statue.
yeah, I think he might be more popular than Yao,
think
bro.
so?
He
might
is,
be.
bro. Yao doesn't have a statue.
He
out
didn't have a
there. It's
movie
some
either.
Crazy shit.
Made
we don't know that.
Made from Chinese cinema.
We don't know that.
China
He
made
could.
that.
Oh, if Yao was in a movie, we would know about it.
Yeah, man.
Well, I'm not saying if he was in it, but he might have a movie about him.
A
He was in
biopic?
it, though. Stephon played himself.
Yeah.
And they gave him like the Chinese Oscar for Best Actor for playing himself.
Bruh, the stats.
The most ridiculous shit
The
ever.
stats. It's hard to argue with those.
Can you imagine if they made a movie about LeBron, starring LeBron, and then they gave him the Oscar for Best Actor for playing LeBron?
I don't know. Kobe got that Oscar or whatever.
It wasn't for playing himself, but
That
it
was
was
for
Best
making
Actor.
a poem. Then he drew, and it was
About
drew.
himself.
It was about basketball. It was love. But listen, Stephon Marbury had dramatics and all. It's like, I want to watch that movie. I still need to watch it.
Jeez. That'd be some really surreal shit to watch. Just watching it being like,
Fuck that. I'm watching
this
it.
exists.
I'm finding it.
This
yeah.
is actually real.
Fuck that.
Yo, so yeah, y'all hear this quote from his new teammate Danny Green, came from the Spurs with him.
His old teammate.
Yeah.
So,
I
cause
guess-
Kawhi moved.
Sorry, old teammate in new location.
Okay.
He said, I don't know. Someone asked him if he thinks that Kawhi's gonna stay. He says, I don't know where his mind's at for the future. I can't predict or tell you. I can just tell you that the city of Toronto is gonna be hard to turn down after being there. He says, I've been going there for every summer since the past 10 plus years, and it's a great city. The fans are amazing.
That's kind of my thing. He can just buy a house because he likes being in Toronto. I mean,
But maybe it means he's gonna stay there. Maybe
he's got money.
he already
Kind of
feels
have more than one house.
secure there. Doesn't want to go to LA because Bron.
Are you saying like Kawhi bought a house?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bought a house in Toronto?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think he just likes Toronto, though. I mean, shit.
He likes
the
Toronto
six.
though. Why not play there?
Yeah.
He play him, but then he could also want to be in LA for when he plays. I mean, you can like a place once you move there. You're like, I like this place. Have just a second spot. Rich nigga privileges.
I guess so. I mean, yeah, if you like the place, but if you like the place,
LeBron
and
still
then if
got a
they
home in
good
Miami.
fan base-
He went back to Cleveland.
Yeah, it's Miami though.
Yeah, exactly. That's Toronto. Toronto is known as a hella nice place right
Yeah,
now.
I'm not shitting on Toronto at all. But it is kind of a whole different country, and like,
It is.
I don't know. If you weren't, you feel like LeBron might have a place in Miami, even if he didn't fucking play there. You know, what I
Miami
mean?
expensive, man.
What?
Miami's expensive spot, It's a little,
I don't know. I feel you.
Go out his
it
way.
Might mean something.
Yeah.
Might mean something.
It could. I just, I wouldn't put too much on. I still think he's an LA guy.
So you're leaning more towards chances are he leaves after.
Yeah, I think he just likes the spot. I think the Six has been treating him well.
The what?
The Six.
Oh, I think it's in Sixers.
Nah, the
Six,
Six,
yeah.
man.
I don't know. I think like it almost seems to me like very fitting for his personality because I don't think of Toronto as like some kind of like crazy lit city where a bunch of shit's happening. I mean, I know it
that
is.
is.
But
It is, yeah.
It's not like I don't know. It's not to me the glamour of LA or like Miami or the
we're
exposure
American.
of New York. So it's like
I
it's
don't know,
fitting for his
so
personality
the
that's
thing
so low
diff-
key.
The thing that's different though is when you got, even though you can say Toronto is not as big as New York or something, you basically got a whole country when you're out there.
For sure.
Like it's crazy that there's a team where one of their dudes just gets a video game cover every year. That's crazy.
Yeah, all the Providences, you get that. Then Vancouver had a team, they couldn't keep theirs. So yeah, you gotta respect Toronto.
So I mean, yeah, you got a whole country riding with you basically.
Yeah, you got respect
in terms of exposure, you're getting that northern exposure. You know what I mean? You're getting broadcast to the whole country out there.
Do you think he stays?
I don't know about that because I can't make no predictions with Kawhi. Nobody can make fucking predictions with Kawhi.
I'm predicting to go in LA.
Well, but as far as exposure and stuff to like the whole country, like you don't think that he's gonna continue the same practices he had in San Antonio with really not being available to the media and not really doing interviews or talking?
You don't need to be available to the media. Everyone's gonna be watching you play.
Right, but that's not like that's gonna be wherever you go. There's gonna be people watching you play. But like
that's not true.
The extra life of like.
We're just talking about Charlotte.
LA.
You go to Charlotte, nobody's fucking watching you play in Charlotte.
Charlotte's watching you.
Charlotte's gonna watch you play. I'm not watching it.
But I'm
regionally.
Not a lot of people.
Regionally,
people in Charlotte. That's not a lot of people. That's different. Compare people in Charlotte to people in Canada.
Yeah, I know. So
it's not really a comparison, you know.
For a lot of places, not a comparison.
They're not making the 2K fucking Charlotte version that they're gonna sell just in Charlotte to those fucking, 800,000 people or whatever it is in fucking Charlotte. Yeah. You know what I mean? I don't even know if it's that much. I don't even fucking know. But it's a lot less than Canada.
Yeah, it's probably
damn sure.
It's top 10 biggest cities in the nation.
What is?
Charlotte.
Oh, it is?
Mm.
Alright. But, everyone in Canada are going to be watching you play. You don't need that. People are going to be buying your jerseys. Everyone in the country is going to be buying your jersey. I don't know what Kawhi's after. You know what I mean? I don't know if he's trying to be Mr. Media guy.
I think he's just buying it.
I don't know if he's just trying to sell some jerseys by being on the court. You know what I mean? Maybe get a shoe deal or something like that.
Just get a quick shoe deal. He's still Nike, right?
Wants, bro. He's Adidas, I thought. Nah, he's Nike. I don't know.
I thought he was Nike.
Yeah, I thought it was Nike, but I think he's still going to LA because that's going to be where the market is going to be. Yeah, you can take a quick R&R. Go ahead and get your body right. Get back in the flow of the game over in Toronto. Go ahead and get you a crib over there. Kick it out. You know what I'm saying? You might flip it afterwards. We don't know. He could become a real estate guru.
As far as the market, though, like
there you go.
What do you mean the market, though? Because is LA really gonna have that much money to be spending?
They didn't sign anybody with that other max deal.
They have money. They have money to spend. That's why they're waiting for him next year.
They were trying to get Paul George or Kawhi, and then they didn't get anybody else.
They're not getting anybody. They're waiting for him next year.
I mean, they might have signed.
You don't think they spent it on what?
Who?
Rondo, Stevenson.
No, that's
light. Already there.
LeBron.
That was light.
There.
What do you mean already there?
Rondo was already there when they were still trying to get Kawhi there.
They've been trying to get Kawhi for since last year.
No, but I mean, he was already when they had Rondo on the roster, they were still courting Kawhi. They got still trying to make that deal. So they still had the salary space to make that happen.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? Yeah, they still have all these players.
People, I don't know, they signed JaVale and shit like that. Those were probably like 1 year deals or deals.
They're all 1 year.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They're all 1 year deals.
The salary opened up next year again.
Yeah, it's definitely. They're just
signed what, like a 6-year deal, 4-year deal?
4 with a 3-player option for the last. So he can leave after the third. I think that's important.
Contract he signed in a long time.
Yeah, it has actually, hasn't it?
Year to year for
1 year in Cleveland and like 1 or 2 years in Miami.
I think it was 2 years in Miami.
Yeah.
I think he knows he's about to settle here, and I think Kawhi is going to be a big reason why he decided to do those 3 to 4. Because he's like, I know they're gonna him and Magic talk.
Yeah.
And I know he has a plan of getting him a second player. And I know when he got Braun, they stopped looking for Paul George altogether. They weren't even trying to get Paul George. That's very true. It's very true. Look back at that timeline. They stopped looking at Paul George, and Paul George went to the Thunder. He went right back, and then they were like, possibly Kawhi.
Going to LA up until the very last moment. Then he kind of surprised everyone by going to the Thunder.
But they stopped going for him.
I mean, I didn't know what reports were coming out and what to believe.
I don't know if there was more reports after the fact, but I remember when he announced he's staying with the Thunder, it was perceived to be a surprise.
I know the Lakers.
Yeah, it was a win for a small market, huge win.
And I think Paul.
It was a surprise announcement. It wasn't like there was a whole lot on that before, like, oh, I think he's gonna say type shit. Like people really didn't know. It seemed like, and then he ended up staying.
And I think Paul George would have went to LeBron if the Lakers really wanted him to go there. I think if they really wanted to present him with the number that they could have, he could have went over to the Lakers. I think they really want Kawhi. I don't think they care about Paul George once they got LeBron. They wanted to get that comp. They wanted two of those 3 players. But I think once they got LeBron, they knew they wanted Kawhi, and I think they're just waiting for Kawhi next year. That's where I'm at with it. I knew they wanted a combination because they got Paul George, we got Kawhi too. But.
So what happens if Kawhi does decide to stay?
Well, if he decides to stay,
then
then
find someone else to give that max contract to.
they're gonna have to. They're gonna have to try and figure out a new game plan.
Agent, isn't he?
I don't know if KD would jump.
What do you
He'll
mean?
be the jumper of all jumpers. So.
I know that'll be good lord. You think he's this guy? He's just jump on the Bronze team?
Why not? He doesn't care where he
Jesus.
goes. If it's gonna get him rings, he doesn't care.
Jesus.
What do you mean? You're acting like this is a
He's only did
revelation.
it once. It's not a trend, but doing it once. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like he has rings now. Like if he's doing it now, it's like good lord. He didn't have rings before, so like it's like
He
yeah,
can
you're a
start a new
greedy
chapter of his
motherfucker.
career.
Yeah, you're a greedy motherfucker. If you just keep going to other great teams and just keep taking rings. Who are you? The audacity.
Be like, I'm gonna be Robert Horry, but I'm gonna be like 30 times as good as
You know what
Robert
I'm saying?
Horry.
So we get all them rings.
Yeah, we get all
of
of them rings.
Journeyman superstar.
them. Right, you know what I'm saying? What kind of
Superstar,
shit is
bro.
that?
Sounds like a movie title or something.
Seriously.
That's a serious
Journeyman
storyline.
Superstar or Superstar Journeyman? Either one.
That's a serious
That's gonna be
storyline.
the-
I feel like
biopic.
superstar journeyman would like be the opposite meaning.
I feel you. Journeyman
The
Superstar. I
best
feel you.
journeyman possible.
You're right.
You know what
you're
I'm
right,
saying?
You're right.
Versus the most moving superstar ever.
That's true. That's
Journeyman
true.
Superstar.
That's gonna be the
That's really what
autobiography.
Hey.
Katie's autobiography.
I'm
Yeah.
writing that shit right now.
It's gonna be him on the front like that.
Maybe you know the little sound
Black and
effect,
white.
sound effect when you
No,
open the
it
first
could be
page.
black and white. I
Yeah.
was picturing him in like a button-up kind of, just like chilling on. Like,
Yeah.
Like in his living room with the background real out of
One
focus.
button, just one button unbuttoned, and he's out of focus. He's just chilling.
He's in focus, but the background is he's in like a nice beige.
Real
living
saturated black and white texture. Just, you know what I'm saying?
room. That's what it's gonna be.
Yeah.
Journeyman Superstar.
Journeyman superstar. I think
The Kevin Durant
The
story.
options of bookmarks are the snake or the little Grim Reaper, whatever
The
that thing's
Grim Reaper.
called.
the
Scythe.
scepter. Yeah, Scythe.
Yes.
A lot of say scepter. The scepter. I was like, no, that's a king.
Yeah, the Royal Scepter.
Yeah, I'm tripping. Yeah, man. I mean, you know,
Oh man.
if
one
Katie
other-
goes there, fuck that.
Yeah. One other real quick story. Did you
What's
see Westbrook got knee surgery?
Did he?
Yeah, I think it seems kind of like minor shit. Like he's gonna be out like
On
6
what?
weeks. Some arthroscopic.
Oh, cleaning it up is
cleaning
what
of
they
his
be
knee.
saying.
It's the one that
Fucks me
he
up.
did have a partial tear in his ACL, I think, in 2013.
Jesus.
Do you remember? It was the playoff games, and him and Beverly were going back and forth on Houston, and Beverly tried to take the
remember
ball
this.
away on like almost like a timeout.
Oh yeah.
And then he like tweaked his knee.
That was that long ago?
That was just 13.
Damn.
I know. This shit blew my mind.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's the same knee, so they're getting worked on, but he's gonna be out pretty much all training camp, all preseason.
Huh. Okay. I think Russ will be all right though. I think they'll be. I think the Thunder
Think
will be
it'll
where.
affect their start?
I think they'll be the same exact team they were last year. To be real, maybe a little bit better because they don't have Melo. As fucked up as it sounds, I think it'll be a little bit better. That's it. I don't think they're gonna. I think their ceiling is like the 5th seed, maybe 4, maybe better than Portland. I haven't seen too much change. You know what I'm saying? Yo, and Udonis Haslam, shout out,
16th
salute.
year, right?
Yep, just signed it.
Talk about
What are you
loyalty.
talking about? Talking about the Heat?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Udonis Haslam. He's that's the only team he's ever played for. He's from Miami. He played for Florida, right?
Jeez, I didn't
Yeah.
know all that. I didn't know he
Yeah.
had the Florida background like that.
Yeah, so he's always hometown hero, man. They just keep him around. Yeah,
Is he still playing?
yeah. He plays. He does the mentor role now. Like play wise, he's the mentor.
I would say
yeah.
he
Does he
probably
actually
played like
play in
5 minutes a
Yeah,
game.
he's-
But he plays in all the games.
Not all of them. He
I
plays
don't know,
in
he probably
some.
played like 40 last year or something.
Okay, sweet.
Him and Spoelstra, he said they had a conversation. He said there's some things told that, you know, you have to accept as a man. Meaning that I'm not going to play that much. But we going to get you out there. You just ain't going to play that much.
Pretty sure he's going to transition right into like either a coaching role or front
Absolutely.
office as soon as he retires. Because
Absolutely.
they have multiple former players in there already with Alonzo Mourning and Jesus Christ, who's the other one?
Alonzo went straight into that.
Yeah, he
after
did.
Retirement. He
he
retired
did.
with the Heat, I think, and then went straight in.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, yeah, it was fucked up. He had to
Raja.
retire. He had to retire after fucking Vince just did him dirty.
Ooh shit. Okay, so last
Vince?
year.
You remember the time
Oh,
when
yeah.
he got him on the inbounds? Hit him,
Cock
bounce
bag.
back, and then still. Oh,
That shit was so fluid, too. It was just
oh my
textbook.
god!
My
It was,
God.
that might have been the best. That's like top. That's gotta be like top
the
3, top 5
bounce.
posters ever. poster dunk.
The bounce.
That was nuts.
Just to clarify, Haslam's played 30 games in the last 2 seasons combined.
Yeah, there you go.
So he is not playing.
He's mentor role, Juwan Howard type.
Tyson Chandler's a mentor role, and he still plays.
Well, that's different.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Different mentor roles.
Yeah, different mentor.
No, that's what I'm saying. I was clarifying what type of mentor.
Tyson Chandler's old ass is out there on the court working.
He's still getting fucking 35 rebounds a game.
35 rebounds. Slow down. Maybe 7.
He snatched up boards. He still averages like over 10 rebounds a game.
He ain't averaging over 10, is he?
Who?
Tyson Chandler?
Tyson Chandler.
Get the fuck out of here. Tyson Chandler.
As of when? Like 2 years ago?
That's like 1 or 2.
He said last year.
Looking at his stats.
So last year he averaged 9.1.
Hey.
And the year before that, 11.5.
11. And what about before that?
Damn, 8.7, but then before that, 11.5.
Bro, he's averaging a steady 10 rebounds a game.
With Phoenix, yeah. So his time in Phoenix, he's averaging 10 rebounds per game. Well,
He's averaging he has a career average on
9.4.
Yeah, bro, that's crazy. Career average of 9.4.
And 3.2 of those being offensive too.
Yeah, that's
Chandler gets them boards, bro.
Blocks are the only thing that's gone down for him, but that's
he's
to
only
be
averaging
expected.
like half a block a game. Still.
At his peak, he was almost at 2.
And then even the year before that, in 2017, he was averaging 8.5. So it's 8.5 points. So it's like if you're averaging 8.5 points and 10 rebounds, like that's a pretty productive center. You know what I mean?
Right.
Especially when you're like 30-something years old and you're there in a mentor role.
Yeah,
you know
he's doing all right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I was like, that's not what Udonis is doing though.
He doing like the side coaching.
Yeah,
he's straight locker room, side coaching advice guy.
I feel it.
Signed, and probably I think it's gonna be his last year just from the way he was talking. But salute that man, signing on, being the lad. You know what I'm saying? Just staying loyal to the squad. I mean, he said he probably sacrificed a lot of his years too.
What?
Yeah, he's at number 40, right?
So, yeah,
he's 40.
They gonna retire it? They can hang it up after
I think
he retires?
they would, just out of respect, to be honest.
Shit,
because he's been out there. He's got what, 3 rings. 3 rings, was a heavy contributor in a lot of those games.
Into 5.
Yeah. For us, he was a heavy contributor.
Were you a heavy contributor to those rings? Udonis?
Yeah, he was a heavy contributor. You gotta have a garbage man. No matter what, there's always gotta be a hustling ass motherfucker who willing to get dirty.
Would you say he was the 4th best player on the team?
Yeah.
You would say so? Who would the 4th best be?
He's the 4th best.
Depends on which year, but I would say, you think he was better than Rashard Lewis, or better than Shane Battier, better than Mike Miller, Mario Chalmers, Ray Allen?
I think he was better than Chalmers.
Birdman.
He's better than Chalmers. He's better than Birdman.
Made more impact.
I would say so. I would have to look.
Udonis Haslem had way more of a spread this floor out. He could shoot the ball. He was consistent with free throws. He still played good defense, and he could switch between the 4 and the 5 consistently. No, Birdman, y'all are forgetting what the fuck Udonis Haslem did.
How many years was Ray there for?
Ray was there for like 3, maybe 2. Ray was heavy contributor in the playoffs, but I mean, as far as consistency goes, Ray wasn't playing no fucking defense.
Yeah.
Udonis Haslem was playing fucking defense and getting boards. Fuck that. I'd rather have Udonis Haslem. The fuck? I'm telling you, I'll say 4. Hell yeah, I'll say 4. Mario Chalmers, get the fuck out of here. Yes. You serious? Come on, man. You forget, man. That man, his game, like even if his numbers didn't reflect it, he was like we were saying before, a motherfucker who gets charges, takes charges, gets rebounds. That shit that you can't see on the stat line.
I feel you.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Dennis Rodman has like crazy rebounds to reflect what he did, but even then, that's not reflecting everything he did.
Yeah,
like
definitely.
You got to have those hustle guys.
That's what we were talking about last week.
Draymond too. Yeah, exactly.
I wasn't sure he got the minutes to really say that he made that much impact, but looking at it, I mean, so like the first year that LeBron came, he actually was the 4th scorer, leading scorer on the team, and played decent minutes. But by like the 3rd, 4th year, he was down like by the 8-9 mark for minutes per game. Definitely not even scoring that much. But yeah, to your point, doing a lot of things that you won't see in the numbers.
Yeah, and that was that was during the ring years, and then even during the D Wade years, he definitely was a contributor then too. By all means.
I was looking at it.
D Wade, Shaq.
Yeah.
I'd still go Ray and probably even Mario.
Mario Chalmers.
Yeah, if you look at it, yeah.
Fuck nah. Ray Allen is like he's an exclusive superior shooter.
Fucking Rashard Lewis was on those teams.
Rashard Lewis maybe, but he was
Yeah, he was out there hitting those corner threes when you needed him.
He was, but once again, he another nigga wasn't playing crazy defense. He'd get a couple blocks, but that's because he was in the right place and he was an athletic motherfucker.
He was like 6'10", wasn't he?
And he could jump. He smacked it.
I was a player that would be around today. Rashard Lewis.
He'd be perfect for now. Perfect. That Seattle team was dirty.
He didn't even seem big when he was out there.
Because he moved like a fucking regular swing or some shit. He was good with the ball.
Big out there at like 6'10", you know what I mean?
Mara wasn't stretching it to the 3 though.
And his shoulder, you see that man, he just came in, the paint strong.
Yeah, Rashard, he was out there. He looked like 6'8" when he was out there.
Yeah, Rashard, bruh, them Sonic years, bruh, they were so versatile. They sleep, like, I think people sleep on them years.
Rittenauer running the point.
Yeah, they had Ray, they had him, they had Will Cox. Will Cox was down there getting boards, okay? Goddamn. Zerbiak, yeah, Collison. Fucking, hey, they was alright out here. Rittenauer, and then who was the backup? They had a backup point that was solid, huh?
Troy Hudson, the dude who had the fucking...
It was.
At the...
For some years.
Latrell Sprewell look.
Yeah, for some years. I can't remember the other one. There was another one, too.
Danny Fortson? I feel like that's a name.
Yeah, I think he's a forward or some shit. I think it's a nigga with the high socks. He's one of them dudes with the high socks.
Google Danny Fortson. Google Danny Fortson. You'll get a NBA player. I don't know which one, but you'll get
a player.
You'll get
Seattle.
All right, there you go.
Certainly did. Last 3 years of his career.
Random shit I remember.
It's
Was he a point guard or?
No, he was a power forward in the center.
They had two dudes that kind of had the Latrell look going.
Yeah, that was Wilcox. Wilcox had dreads too.
This dude did too.
That's what you said too. The other one was Wilcox.
Who was the point guard I just mentioned a minute ago? Troy Hudson.
Oh yeah, Hudson did kind of too.
That shit too, bro. They had it all over the place.
Yeah, I mean that team was cold though, man. I liked it. Yeah, man. I used to play with them niggas on the lot. They was cold as shit. That was when Ray had a little bounce too, so he had Jokic on the motherfucker real smooth. Jokic! That was when he had the icons too. You remember they had the little jump thunder feet? Yeah, he had the jump thunder feet, and he had the 3-point, and he had the star. You knew he was official.
With the crazy dunk packages.
You know what I'm saying? He wasn't tomahawking on niggas like that, but he was on there, so you know, official.
Yo, you had like the shoe, you basically had like the same dunk packages like Vince Carter and Tracy McGrady.
You know what I'm saying? Fuck it. We all getting down on that motherfucker. I fuck with.
We gotta get down on something. Y'all play 04?
Was that the one where you could do the double between the legs?
No, 04 was one with Carter.
I wanted that one. I want to play that one. I want to do the double between the legs.
We gotta get down. We get down some like fucking dunk contest shit, but then we could also go down on some.
No, that was on the regular game. You could do that in the regular game. Yes, you could. I promise.
Double between the legs.
You could do double between the regular game. We gonna YouTube that. YouTube that shit.
It's a mod version, fam.
Man, that shit was fucking there.
You could do it in the dunk contest and then the head-to-head shit. That shit was dope when you had the split screen. You would do like...
Were you even able to like choose what kind of dunk you did back in the day? I feel like
you couldn't choose what type.
If you push L2 circle, you'll do a special kind of dunk. L2 triangle.
Are you thinking of 2K?
No, my nigga. When you had the icons, they eventually made it where you... Oh, that was probably with D-Wade one. Because you could start doing the icon passing. There was the passing where you had the passing attributes. Yeah, you could do that. You could control your dunking.
You could do some
power dunk, signature dunk, one hand dunk,
passes and shit like that.
Yeah.
07, they took it to the next level. They had 2 different tiers of that shit.
Yeah, and then that's when it got too much.
No, that shit was kind of dope because it was cool. Because on the High Flyer shit, you had Shawn Marion with the same dunk packages as Vince Carter, as I was saying. You know what I mean? And then the next one, they were like, Shawn Marion was like tier 1 high flyer, and then people like Vince Carter were fucking tier 2 high flyer.
That's what I'm saying.
Even Lamar was a tier 2 high flyer, so you could get down on some crazy shit. You could actually, you could also change through your different, before you had to select which icons you wanted, like before the game. And that one, you could change that on the fly. So if you were Nash, you would be doing some crazy behind the back pass, and then you could switch to the scorer mode. You could go like fucking do some Manu Ginobili shit down in the paint. You know what I mean? So that shit was tight. That's why I liked 07. And then 08, they were just like, all right, fuck all that, and they got rid of everything.
I know, that was weird.
Yeah, they just scrapped the whole system they've been working on between like 05 and 07, and just went in a whole different. 05, 06, and 07 are like the same game, just refined. Then they just scrapped it. Same way 04 is totally different than not totally different, but it's a bit different than 05.
I think it's
more arcadey kind
of. I think they may have felt the same sentiment on my end. I don't know. They could have felt like, the tears, getting a lot of tears going on here. You know what I'm saying? Starting to break down the criteria. Like, well, can we go from here? Nowhere. It's too much. Figure it out. I don't know.
That's when they lost me. That's why I only have up to 07 on the shelf over there.
Fact. I think I have more than that. I think I'm more forgiving than you even.
I got 04 to 07.
Who's on 08?
Gilbert Arenas.
No, I don't have that one. Take it back.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone has the Gilbert edition. Yeah, that was when 2K became the shit.
Then 09 had Parker. Then 10 they called it some other shit and had Dwight Howard, and then they just hung it up for a little bit after that.
Yeah.
So they've been trying to regain their footing ever
Tried to get Kyrie on there. It was no. It's a no. Yeah, well, that was the history
Never even came out.
NBA Live.
Yo.
The sad history of NBA Live. And they're still trying, y'all. Still trying. Anybody else
Keep on
anything?
trying. Hopefully you get it. Just before we round off, did y'all read that article I sent over about Marcus Brown?
Was it was? I thought it was George Allen or some shit. It was Marcus Brown.
I think it was.
It probably was Marcus.
George Marcus.
George Marcus. Yeah, George Marcus.
Man. The pseudonym.
I was looking at Wilt's.
Chamberlain just played.
I was looking at Wilt's stats too. Why isn't he considered like one of a conversation for GOAT? For real.
He is. People just act like Wilt's career basically didn't happen.
Like that nigga did some crazy shit. That's true.
People also just. And it's because there isn't film the way there is now. Like, we have film of Will playing, but it isn't like his whole career.
It ain't crazy.
Like all his,
right.
Just later.
If they would have had his 100.
Yeah, we didn't have a 100-point game. We didn't, did we even have like his 50 rebound games and shit like that? I mean, I'm sure we got some of it.
Yeah, that would be wild.
Days and shit like that. Even though, the video from last week I was throwing up, you had, there were multiple people attesting the fact that this dude was dunking from the free throw line. And there was a referee talking about it. Some like famous referee who used to ref Wilton High School who ended up being like an NBA ref or something like that. Yeah, he was like, yeah, I remember we were talking about this where it's like, because we'd seen them do this in a practice, and we're like, yeah, we can't be letting people just fucking take off from the free throw line and dunk it.
Yeah. Will was a beast,
and
man.
He would be inside the fucking, like, this is so crazy.
Athlete.
He was inside the circle. He wasn't even like running from half court. He just took like 2 steps and just.
That length. Motherfucker just.
So is that the rule? Because like I think I still have been.
You're allowed to be in the circle.
That you can pass you just have to shoot it before you pass the line, but you can pass the line.
No, you can't pass the line because then by that same principle you could run up and do a finger roll.
So I still don't understand how he was dunking from the free throw line unless the free throw line was closer. Like his arms would have to be like.
No, that's why they implemented the rule. That's what I'm saying. That rule exists because of.
So the rule before was that you could jump from there.
Yeah, you could jump from the free throw line. Okay. The ball just had to.
Nah, the little white dude invented that.
The ball had to. Hit that dude also. Jim Pollard. But the rule is the ball had to hit the rim or the backboard before your feet touch the ground. So if you run up and dunk it, the ball's in the basket before your feet are hitting the ground. The ball's hitting the ground before you probably. You know what I mean?
Fact.
Yeah. So, but that's why the rule was implemented. But the thing is, you hear about all these legends, and you think how much of it can be true, and then you find one of the craziest legends of when he was 16, he went and played pro basketball under a fake name and won the MVP and was averaging while he was playing high school basketball, was averaging like 45 points per game. I saw one article. This is where shit gets crazy. I saw one article that said that he averaged 75 points a game in the playoffs. But anyway, there's a picture of this dude there's a picture of Wilt in what is it called? The Wrens, I think it was called. He's even still rocking number 13.
I've seen that.
Yeah, he's still rocking number 13, and it's 16-year-old Wilt. And even half the newspaper articles at the time refer to him as Wilt Chamberlain.
I know. I've seen that too.
Dry snitching on him.
Bro, that's. Like, he's a beast. I don't know. Why is he? He's
playing against former college stars, fam.
He's got to be in the GOAT conversation. The shit he did, he couldn't control. He was in the 60s. He did everything he could in the 60s. It's literally like...
he led the league in assists one year because he decided to.
I seen that.
He was like, man, people think I can't pass, so I'm going to lead the league.
All-time rebound leader a couple of times, assist, scoring. I was like, bro, this nigga is official, bro. What the fuck? He's on the legacy team, the all-legacy team and shit. Like, no, this nigga's legit, bro. Fuck that. He's a third. That's why I see.
And this is shit you hear from people playing with him. Yeah, I blocked the ball and he just brought me up with the ball. People have said that. Actual players have gone on record. Yeah,
strong dude.
He went up for the dunk. I stuffed the dunk and I just went up with it. I was just hanging on to the ball, just getting lifted by this motherfucker through the air.
Gifted. Balling in chucks too. Balling in chucks. Ain't no support in them motherfuckers. Ain't no support.
Ugh. But yeah, that was on his feet with the 44-inch vert, or whatever the hell it was.
Yeah. Motherfuckers, that goes.
But yeah, so people know that's all the details to it. Basically, there's a record of this 7-foot young black kid from Philadelphia at the same time as Wilt, who was averaging 45 points per game against grown men, and then disappeared and was never heard from again.
Never heard from again. Some say he went on to play some more basketball under a different alias and revolutionized the game. That's what some say.
You go Google what was George Marcus? Yeah, go Google George Marcus. Do your Googles on that. Find I can't remember what the website or what the gentleman was who put it together, but he did his homework.
It was Reddit,
and he put together. It was a Reddit link to somewhere else though. Actually, it was a website, a little sports website. They put it together. Somebody fucking compiled all these newspaper articles of them fucking. It's funny, half of them refer to him as George Marcus and half of them refer to him as Wilt Chamberlain, and they're showing the same stat lines from the same games. Like different papers were just calling him different shit.
And if you were a boss, and you know you boss when you're working outside of the jurisdiction of the fucking Pennsylvania, where they can't actually not let you be eligible for college. You literally go from playing semi-pro in high school to straight college, and you were like, I just play with pros. Get through this so I can go back to the pros.
And then when he was asked about it, saying, have you ever played, I can't remember what the name of the city was. It was it's like Wittenberg, I think. It was something weird. Wittenberg, Maryland. It's like, I've never even heard of Wittenberg, Maryland. And fucking years later, it's like, yeah, I did used to do that. It's like, we did hard to play on pro games. We got a little bit of money. We got expense fees, maybe a little bit of extra money here and there or something like that. But it wasn't like some pro shit. Like you were still 16 playing against grown fucking men getting 45 points per game. You won the MVP in your rookie season as a 16-year-old, and then going home and doing homework at night.
You know what I'm saying? I just want to average 45.
He wasn't doing no homework.
Hey, you had to graduate.
I mean, it's like Derrick Rose when he took that SAT. You know what I'm saying?
The 50s were what they were now, though?
Not widespread.
He was going to school in the 50s, man, when he was in high school.
Special gifted athlete like Wilt, I'm pretty sure that they were just like, we already know what you're gonna do. You're 7'1" with 7'8" wingspan. You're good.
You're fine, fam. I think
go play for the Globetrotters.
Yeah, we saw that high jump you did. Man, I wish we could see some. I gotta see if there's any footage of Wilt fucking with the Globetrotters.
Oh man,
that's crazy. How many NBA players have played with the Globetrotters?
I don't know. Is that a reoccurring thing?
I think so.
3. No, I'm just kidding.
I was gonna say, why the fuck do you know that?
Yeah, I don't know if there's been any others, honestly.
Nope, just one. Skip to my loop.
Yeah,
my man.
My loop. He's on the Globetrotters. Yeah, he's probably the only one.
It's the only one I know. I bet we're just throwing. There's
probably one random person who did.
Yeah, there's somebody out there just be listening to this and be like, you motherfuckers.
Drop it in the comments.
What the fuck are you talking about? But shit, man. Wilt Chamberlain's a fitting way to end this. GOAT for the GOATs. You know what I'm saying? Anybody ain't got any final comments, final shout-outs, anything?
Nah, shout out George Marcus.
Shout out George Marcus. Shout out Udonis Haslem. Shout out us out here.
Shout out yourselves.
Shout out the only other NBA player to play with the Globetrotters, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
No way.
Hey. Who's the flyest of the 60s? The question next week. Well, answer is a 3-man weave. Episode 40, because we are on 40 next week.
My money might be on Clyde.
That's a smooth name for it. But hey, put your opinions out there, what y'all think. Holla at us. It's the 3-man weave. And we out like that. Yeah, bitch.